Hello, hello, whoever that was. Oh, got 2 o'clock. Oh, there. Oh, fuck. Might fuck up. Split a little tea. There. So, what's new today? I think there's 3 watching. Ooh. Yee! I got a thumbs down today. The fucker wasn't here yesterday to vote for me. So, nice fall weather here. Just like yesterday. Well, now you guys got me bored already. was lost there for a minute. But I found my way back. Looks like it's good. That's good. Hey, Melvin, how's it going? Ooh, so I was somewhere doing something. Okay. Hey, Melvin, how's it going?
All right. Just went off and voted and stuff today.
I'm not going to vote. If I vote, then really I can only bitch if my guy gets in and he's no fucking good. But if I don't vote, I can bitch about them all.
Okay.
Besides that, I don't really think it matters. Like
No, not really.
my vote don't count.
Yeah, it's usually decided by back east.
Yeah, but even like in this, everybody here all votes a certain way. They're all fucking conservative, which I have no problems with. Who? Oh, I better not ask that. Uh, yeah,
The people upstairs voted conservative.
I think I might vote. If I do go down and vote, I'll vote Maverick.
Maverick. Yeah, they're too small to really have a chance, though.
Yeah, they don't want to lead the country. They just want to have a say in Parliament for the West because Quebec has two different outfits in Parliament. The PLO and some other one are whatever they are. I know there's at least two always pleading for Quebec, so we need somebody in government always pleading for the West.
Yeah, it kind of sucked. I had to stand in line for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes just to get in there.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. The lady said it's been like that each time too, like 11th, 12th, and 13th or whatever, or 10, 11, 12, 13. I just went on. I figured I'd go on the last day, think it wouldn't be so busy, but fuck. Standing in line, because I had walked over, so I was sweating my ass off. I could just imagine people thinking I'm sick. So I was just dripping in sweat.
So it's either today or Friday. 17th is election day, ain't it?
Yeah, it's just the advanced polling or whatever.
Today,
The last one today, yeah.
Nah, fuck it. I go downtown on Thursdays. They don't want to work around me, Fuck them. So what's the weather like today? Nice and hot.
Yeah, warm and sunny with clouds. Yesterday was hot. One of my plants got a little bit burnt.
Holy.
Neglected to water them because it rained the night before and I thought they'd be fine. But no, one of them, the one little guy on the end, got too much sun and burnt him a little bit. But oh well.
Just makes them tougher.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much from that little guy anyway. That was that little mutant guy.
Yeah, but that might be the best one. You never know. It might be the best percentage of wheat.
I don't know.
You don't know until
I harvest it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just winging it. I just don't expect much from it. And like I said, it might get stolen. It's getting to that point.
Yeah.
Well, the white widow's looking pretty good. It's thickening right up with buds. But the other one's still got a ways to go. But,
Well, as long as it's still fairly warm during the day and it don't freeze at night, you're good.
Yeah, I'm figuring mid-October-ish, give or take.
So another 3 weeks.
Then the frost will come and kill them off, and then that's when I'll harvest them out. So I want to try to let them go as long as possible to try to get some seeds.
Yeah.
Get as many seeds as I can. Even if they got pollinated, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I tried, but we'll see. Won't know until it's done. And I have no place inside to hang to dry it. I got a shelter outside, but it's not heated or anything, so I don't know.
It doesn't have to be heated to dry it.
Yeah.
It'll take a little longer, but it can be freeze dried if you really wanted to do it that way.
I don't know. I made up a dry rack and I'm gonna hang it out in the shed.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna put them on there and see how it goes.
That'll be okay.
Oh, a friend of mine offered his garage, but I don't know. He might smoke it up all on me.
Yeah.
Start picking out all the good stuff. I'll be, what the fuck?
Oh.
But he's got a heated garage. He offered, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the heat will dry it faster is all. That's the only thing the heat does is help it dry faster.
Yeah. Well, I offered to him if he would test it with me. I don't know. He says you can't just dry it outside; it's going to go moldy. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm going to put it under shelter, and it'll get sun in the morning. So
Yeah, it should be okay.
yeah, I'm hoping so. Because I can't bring it in the house; it'll stink up the house, and then they'll freak out.
Yeah.
Well, they have a hard time when I bring home a nice good bag of weed and it stinks real bad, and they're like, "What the fuck? It smells like you smoked one in here." And I'm like, "No, that was the deal. No smoking in the house." They knew that I smoked pot right off the get-go before they rented to me, so they said they had no problem, just go outside to smoke. And I'm like, yeah, okay. It's been working out, 15 years now. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's the most stable place I've been ever.
Have you noticed anything of George Ward on here? I mean,
No, I haven't seen him anywhere. But I don't really go to any other panels. I don't know any other panels really.
Yeah, me too. Mine and Mike's are pretty much the only two I go to.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to keep out all the shit. Just don't go anywhere.
I don't mind watching other people's panels and stuff. I just, like I said, I don't know of them, so I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Because I was led here. I was led to Dirty Mike's. And then from Dirty Mike's, I came over to you because you started doing your panel. I figure come over and keep you company and stuff.
Well, it's appreciated.
Works both ways. You're keeping me company too.
Hey,
So the guy upstairs, he just went to work today, and he's driving up north a little bit. Got in a car accident. Got sideswiped by these fucking young teenagers.
Huh.
His truck's able to still drive, but it's all messed up on the driver's side, I guess. I won't see it till he gets back. And who knows when that's going to be. He can be gone like 9 months.
What does he do?
The heavy equipment operator.
Oh, okay.
The big ones.
Yeah.
That's why he's so in demand. They don't have anybody that has experience with the big guys.
Oh, fuck. They could put me on one.
Yeah, all the young guys coming up, they don't have all the tickets and stuff or the experience, right? And then they don't want to put them on a $1 million machine and have them fuck it up, right?
Well, I don't have any tickets either.
Oh, yeah. Well, this guy upstairs got tickets out the ass, man. But he needs them. That's why he gets to work all the time.
I used to have tickets when I worked in the bush, but you don't work in the bush. You don't need them very much. All you need's fucking first aid. My last job. But fuck, I've had I think ground disturbance I went through once. Not sure on that one. Fucking dynamite safety and electrical safety.
Shit, my hair is all going funny again, eh? Bedhead.
Well, at least you got some.
Yeah.
On top.
Yeah, I got a friend that's a little younger than me, about 10 years younger than me, and he's all bald on top already.
My dad was fairly bald at 29.
Yeah, his dad is the same way. His dad was bald early in life.
Yeah, my youngest brother was balder than me last time I seen him.
But when I see my dad, same thing, has the two sides going up here, and and then a little spot in the back.
Oh,
But can't see mine. I don't know. How is that? Let's see. Because there's a little delay, I'll be able to see what I just showed. Oh, not too bad. Still got a little bit of hair up there.
I'm wondering what's happened to Jodie. She's at least sent the message by now. Coming or not coming.
No, it could be a busy day.
True. Yeah.
Is she she's a nurse or something, isn't she?
Yeah. And it all depends how many doctors are in. Like, I think last week only one doctor was in on Friday, so work is a little slacker. Plus, she had all the people in there that are supposed to be in there. Some days she's been 2 or 3 people short, and she's done it all by herself. And I told her not to do that. She's got to fall behind a bit, just so they'll keep other people in helping her.
So welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines.
Well, I've never read the fucking guidelines. I'm just going by my own.
I browsed through them really quick. So
Yeah. Just a bunch of don'ts.
well, of course. That's what rules are, a bunch of don'ts, right?
Yeah. But rules are meant to be bent. Some are meant to be broken. If they're fucking farcical rules, I don't follow them.
Tuna fish sandwiches for lunch today.
Cheese slice between 2 slices of bread, and then third slice of bread with about a teaspoon of raspberry jam on it.
Oh, there's Jody. Says, sorry for running late lunch. Hopefully be there around 12:45 for a quickie. A quickie. It's a quantity over quality.
Oh, well, I would say that her lunch is always quality. Fuck. She shows me just about every day, and I haven't seen anything that I wouldn't eat.
Oh yeah, she eats good, eh?
Yeah, well, that shit's given to her.
Oh,
The drug salesman, the pill salesman come in and try and butter up the staff, I guess, so that the doctors, or maybe it's for the doctors, but the doctors are too rich. They don't need that shit. They give it to their nurses.
whoa. Fucking all out of pot until payday again.
God damn.
I know, too many expenses.
Yeah.
So the fucking stupid hamburger, I usually get it at $10, and then now it's like 20.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know, holy shit. It's not everything has gone up in crazy price, just a few things. And it's like the meats mainly. Like the fresh meats or whatever. I don't like going for the processed burgers and shit.
Oh, there's fucking no point.
I just go for the raw hamburger and make my own burgers.
Yeah. Well, I don't buy much meat. All I buy is fucking pepperoni sticks when I go in.
Yeah, those are expensive now too.
Last time I was in there, it was $12.99 for the big bag, and $8.99 for the half bag. That's for like that, and
Yeah, it used to be 10 for the big bag here, but now it's like $18 for the big bag.
holy fuck, yours jumped.
Yeah, everything. There's certain things just jump like nuts. The milk was like $5.45 for 4 liters,
Yeah.
and it jumped to 8 something.
See, that should not. They should make a law that that can't be done because that's for fucking kids.
And then I just decided I'm not buying that. And then next time I went in, everything was back to regular prices. So it was just a little jump for a bit, I guess.
Yeah.
But I hear a lot of small businesses and stuff are having trouble getting anything in.
Yeah.
They're,
I
they're,
don't know how it's here because, well, as far as I know, everything is wide open, but we should have to wear masks again.
yeah.
But the trucks and everything are running in Alberta, I think.
I don't know, I just heard there's a shortage of drivers. And then down in the States, Amazon is short of drivers. So they decided, like, we're not going to test for marijuana anymore because we need drivers that bad. So they stopped testing for marijuana to get more drivers to qualify, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a bunch of
Well,
stone fucking Amazon drivers.
well, that's okay.
Oh, yeah, as long as the package gets here.
I found that when I was stoned, I drove more careful.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are like that, eh?
But when I was drunk, boy, I wasn't fucking careful. I was a terror on the highway. Back roads, lease lines, cut lines, any place. I was a terror when I was drunk.
No, I drank and drive once in my life, and it scared me, so I never did it again.
But I did stupid shit even when I was sober. Seen some geese, and I was riding with my fucking gun out the window, and I was looking up at them, or maybe it was ducks, and I looked down, and there's this great big fucking pool of water. Wasn't very deep, maybe 6 inches deep. I fucking got my front wheels on the dry side. I was doing 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, I hydroplaned once on the highway, going through a big puddle.
Hey, Amy.
And then right after I fucking swooshed through the big puddle and hydroplaned across it, blinded me for a while because the whole truck went underwater, basically, spoosh.
Yeah.
Couldn't see anything for a second, and I got through it, and I looked back, and then the road crew shut it down. Just as I splashed through it, it almost crashed, eh?
Yeah. No, but I did a lot of things like that. I had two cousins that swore that I was driving my car on two wheels. I was
a little bit more careful about all that because I didn't get my driver's license till I was 23, but I was driving since I was 15.
I started driving when I was 12. By the time I was 14, I could drive anything.
Hey, Chris. American Amy. I haven't seen her in a while.
Josh, too. How's it going, Josh?
Yeah, I've been over on a couple of Josh's streams. Doesn't say much, but...
Well, that's like me sometimes.
Well, last time we got the view out his front window or something, so we get to see something going on.
Speaking of which, I was standing on my step. The front of my trailer, fucking deer walks across my lawn, stops and has a snack, and then keeps on walking. That was last night. Fucking thing at 10 o'clock was on my neighbor's lawn eating their fucking crap. Their weeds. I can't kill it.
So what? Well, we got coming through our yard is like a bunch of birds, a squirrel, and rats.
Well, I got a pet squirrel too. I don't know if he's a pet squirrel. He just keeps the neighborhood.
I think the squirrel's eating my cherry tomatoes.
Probably.
Haven't caught him yet, but I got a feeling that that's what's going on.
Yeah, which sucks.
That's okay. There's lots coming red now or whatever, ripening up now. There's plenty left for me and him, so I guess it'll work out. I don't know. I'm plucking about a dozen a day, but they're just going right into the rot fucking bucket.
You're not even eating them.
No, going right into the rot bucket for seeds.
Oh.
Because you got to rot them before you can get the seeds, eh?
Yeah.
So I got a little plastic container with the lid, and I just throw them all in there and let them rot. And then I'll fucking squish them all up and then put them through a screen. And then I'll, wash them down with a little bit of water, and then all the seeds sink to the bottom. Yeah, I just try to scoop them out. They'll have a little bit of jelly goop on them and stuff like that, but yeah, I'll just dry them up and then once they're all nice and dry, I'll break them up and then throw them in the baggie with the rest of them. Then I won't have to worry about seeds ever again. For at least 5 years, I won't have to worry about seeds. So like I said, I was hoping on the marijuana I could get a lot of seeds from the marijuana, and I don't have to worry about it for years. And I'm not into spending that kind of money on seeds. $10 a seed. It's like, wow. And here I'm just giving them away, eh? I'm like planting them in a bunch of sprout. Here, you want some? Here, you want some? I got extra. I'm just giving them all away to people. My neighbor got one, and a couple of my friends got some, and I never asked to see how they're growing, though. I could see the neighbor's one didn't do very well.
Yeah, but you never know why. Wrong dirt.
They're not looking after it.
Yeah,
not fertilizing it or feeding it, and not enough sun. Because they need full sun all day, as much as you can give them, right?
Yeah.
And then you got to keep them fed. At least once a month, you got to feed them. And I'm just using the chicken poop mulch. And I gave them sugar. I don't know what, last month or whatever. Last payday, whatever, or last payday we had, I gave them a cup of sugar each. And watered in.
Ew.
So I might do that this payday. Get another thing of sugar and give them some more. Because I noticed after I gave them sugar, that they started to smell stronger.
Oh.
I don't understand why, but they did.
Well, because they like the sweetness. They use the sweetness in it somehow in the plant, so I guess that just enhances the smell somehow.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 days later, and then it was a lot stronger smelling. The guy upstairs thought somebody was smoking a joint outside, and it was my plants. And I'm like, yeah, I heard molasses too. Yeah, I heard that. I put some molasses in it, but I don't know. I've used white sugar before, and I kind of like the flavor it gives. It gives it a sweet taste of smoking it.
Oh, molasses does too.
Yeah, I haven't tried molasses, but
I use molasses because that was what was recommended to me. by somebody on the internet, you know.
Well, molasses is more organic, I guess, right? Got less processing going on there.
Yeah.
It's more of a natural sugar compared to the refined sugar. Because I was just using white refined sugar. But
Actually,
it's just a cup of sugar I put in each plant.
there's carbon dioxide in pop, isn't there?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
CO2, the bubbles.
Yeah, if you were to pour, say, a bottle of pop,
Well, I wouldn't want to do Coca-Cola. I might fucking eat them.
yeah, the acid in it, yeah. But
Your pores, plant sugars.
hit her with a little bit of baking soda, and that'll take the acid out of the frickin'
Yeah.
Coke.
I said I don't know if I maybe some root beer. Put some root beer in there. I'll get a 2-liter bottle of root beer and I'll water them with that. I'll have like root beer flavored marijuana. Pure plant sugars, okay. Yeah, because molasses is just right out of the tree or whatever, right?
Pretty close.
Just the sap out of the tree, or liquid out of the tree, that and then we boil all the water out of it to make it thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more natural sugars, I guess. But I guess cane sugar would work too. But
Probably any sugar will.
yeah, pretty much any sugar. Where it's just that the white sugar's cheap and it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's what you got.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, I just use what I got too.
I used to do a Kool-Aid mix. Like, say, the White Widow I got outside, and I'd do a Kool-Aid mix in the hydroponics, and it would turn the hairs whatever color the Kool-Aid was.
It's all right.
Yeah. So if you use like the blueberry Kool-Aid or whatever, the blue Kool-Aid, I'd have light blue hairs. If I use orange Kool-Aid, it'd be light orange hairs. But it has to be with something that has white hairs.
Yeah.
And purple, I was doing that, and everybody loved it and they wanted to know what was going on. And I wouldn't tell them. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was just a big thing of sugar and Kool-Aid, a big package of Kool-Aid, and a big fucking thing of sugar, and and they're like, "Oh, what kind of?" It's like, "It's blueberry." I said, "It's blueberry weed," and they all thought I was spraying it with something, and I'm like, "No, not spraying nothing, no." Just feeding them on the flush, right? On the last flush.
Yeah.
And the hydroponic system.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about growing in dirt. You really don't have to flush anything.
Could graft a stock to
Sassafras.
sassafras seed? Can't read that.
Sassafras.
Sassafras tree. That is cool, Melvin.
Me and Chris don't know what the hell a sassafras tree is. Or, I mean, me and Melvin, Chris, don't know what sassafras tree is. I've heard of them before. I know they're down south in the warm weather.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I put the Kool-Aid mix in there just to change it up a bit, and everybody liked it because it was sweet tasting and flavorful, right?
Yeah.
And then the blue hairs kind of tripped them out. Root beer roots come from, okay.
Oh, root beer roots come from roots.
Yeah. Says it right in the name, root beer. No, I didn't know what tree it came from. But now I do. Heck if I'll remember that, though. It's one of those words you never see. I couldn't even read it.
Well, sassafras is spelled wrong too.
Sassafras. See, I wouldn't have known that. And I don't spell. Sassafras tree. It's a fun word. It's a funny word.
Maybe it is spelled right. I thought it was two S's between the A's.
No idea. I'd have to Google it. Oh, shit. Google is your friend. Oh, it looks like he spelt it right. Sassafras. Oh, it's got like 3 leaves, or the leaves got like 3. Huh. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too cold up here for those trees.
Oh, I heard of them grafting pears to an apple tree. A pear branch, but some of these
I wouldn't mind getting a blueberry bush going, but it's kind of tough. But once it's growing, it's fine. I know a lot of people up here have been trying to get the blueberries to grow in their yards and stuff, but it's kind of tough to do.
go for the wild ones, Saskatoons.
Saskatoons, those are the little purple guys, aren't they?
Yes, they're just a smaller version of blueberries.
And I know there's like blueberries that grow really low to the ground, like little shrubs or whatever.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people up here tried to grow blueberry bush in their backyards and stuff, and just wasn't successful. Raspberries grow crazy up here.
Oh, raspberries are growing in my backyard too. They're voluntary. I've got wild strawberries in my front yard, crab apples in the backyard, and it's either a May tree or a choke cherry tree, but it tastes like choke cherry, so that's what I'm calling it, choke cherry bush.
That's what they are for today.
And
You could do high blueberry bushes.
Saskatoons, they grow wild all over up here.
Yeah, we got them up here too. They're just not as sweet as the regular blueberry. They're kind of on the tarty side.
Put a spoonful of sugar on them.
Yeah.
Don't waste all the sugar on your weed.
I don't really use sugar on anything now anyway. Same with butter and margarine. I don't use butter and margarine on anything.
Well, I got some margarine in the fridge, but I never use it.
Need to grab a drink.
Ooh. Oh.
Bushes.
We got cranberry bushes up here. Low bush cranberry, I seen.
I don't know. We probably do, but I haven't seen them up here.
Yeah, Josh, my health is just as fucked as yesterday, but other than that, I can't complain.
Woke up on the right side of the grass. That's what counts.
Most days.
Yeah, if I'm on the top side of the grass, I'm good. If I'm under it, I'm not so good.
Well, see, there was a time there when I was thinking about putting myself under it. So,
Yeah,
you know,
I get thoughts of that once in a while too. It's like, what's the future's gonna hold, right? If I get really fucked up and I can't move, can't do anything, I start thinking about like, yeah, you know, and elderberries, elderberries. Yeah, I've heard of those too.
yeah.
I don't know what's. There's another wild berry that grows up here. It reminds you like a dogwood flower, but it's got like a little red cap in it, like a little tube, little looking thing in it. Looks like
Oh,
a
yeah.
strawberry in a way, but it's just like a little raspberry cap almost.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called, but you usually find them growing on the side of the roads and stuff like that. But you pick them at the right time of season, they're pretty sweet. They're kind of a dry berry.
Well, crab apples don't have a real sweetness to them until you let them get one frost. The first light frost, and then pick all your crab apples. They're just great.
Picking cranberries for the last 15 years, like as a job or just for fun. Yeah, there's always going to be a delay.
Yeah.
15 to 30 seconds later, he'll hear what we said. A job, yeah. So you're up to your waist in water.
Nah, it drives a machine.
Because they flood the field or whatever, right? And then all the berries float. Oh, you picked them dry by hand. Oh, big job then.
Oh,
Cranberries okay, but not my favorite. I think the dried cranberries are my favorite.
yeah, I like most dried fruits. But
Cranberry wise.
dried fruit is always way sweeter than fresh fruit.
Yeah, it lasts longer too. Not by hand with machines. Oh yeah. Like you drive the machine or it's just like a handheld machine. I don't know.
How could you be doing that kind of work? You're not Mexican, Josh.
You should make a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, should make a video of that shit.
Hmm.
Show how stained your hands are at the end of the day. Stuff like that. You walk behind it, big burlap bag hooks into the back of it.
Oh,
So like a rototiller type size thing. I said you should do a video. Show everybody what you do for a living, or or as a job, seasonal job. Oh, and it's got little like paddles on the front, doesn't it? It's like a rototiller in a way, but it got like a paddle wheel boat paddles on the front. I'm guessing. And the paddle wheel just kind of smacks the bushes and makes the berries fall into the chute that goes into the burlap bag. Yeah, little paddles bring up. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I know exactly what machine you're talking about. I've seen it before. Yeah, I know that machine now. Sort of like a weird looking rototiller thing. It would be a lot easier, Joss, if you just came up on panel and told us what you're all this shit. Explain it better to us. They have little Honda engines on the front of them. Yeah. Or your phone won't do panels. I don't know. I kind of like that other one where we're looking out your front window that day. We get to see all the where you're at and what's going on. You know, I know the one before that you were just showing your cats, but you know, me cat videos aren't that big of a deal. So, but I kind of enjoyed looking out your front window and seeing life pass by. I don't get to do that here. I'm in the basement and I blacked out all my windows so I can sleep during the day. So I don't get to sit at the window and stare outside and watch life go by. My window is the computer screen. That's how I get to see the outside world.
I don't know. I don't think I could live like a vampire.
I don't know. I've been doing it a lot of years, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. I like lots of sun.
Yeah. Only thing is I have to always wear my sunglasses outside. Hey,
Yeah.
Mike.
Hey, Mike.
You gonna come up on panel, Mike? Tell us what the latest shit is about. What's the latest shit going down? You want me to? Why not? Myron likes you. It's his panel. He'll let you up. And Bow Hunter's little video is interesting, showing us the pigs and stuff. That's kind of neat. I don't get to really see too much farm stuff anymore. Even knowing I live in like farmland almost.
Oh,
Well, every time somebody invites me out to their farms, they want me to do work. It's like,
What up, Bow Hunter?
come see my horses, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna have to feed them and fucking clean up shit, and it's like fuck that.
What a day.
What a day.
Yeah.
vampires were mean to you?
No. But after my vampire, I had to go to my family doctor to get a pneumonia shot, which I got. And after that, I had an appointment in the same building with a foot doctor, a podiatrist or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Yeah.
The fucking secretary gives me this paper to fill out, and on it says your first initial fucking consultation will be $80, not covered by OHIP.
OHIP.
So I canceled it.
Ours is Pharmacare or something they called it.
Fucking bullshit.
Pharmacare.
Hey, look at who came up.
What's that?
Hey,
What's
Josh.
going on? Can you guys hear me okay?
No.
I can hear you. That's a picture of you and your
Yeah, that's a picture of me and my wife.
Yeah.
Right on. It's nice to put a face to the voice, right?
Oh, this is me.
Hi, Chris.
Looks a lot like his picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you don't have to put your face up if you don't want to, but it's just nice to have a face go along with the voice. It's more entertaining, I think. I'm surprised Mike doesn't do it more often on his panel.
Fine.
Fine. Oh, God, Kieran, don't get so upset about it.
Sorry,
You
I'm
guys
a
are,
little disturbed.
Echoing on me. I think I gotta pause YouTube.
Check. I don't hear no echo.
You might get echo on his end. Oh, your shirt disturbed. Okay, I get it.
There we go.
Gonna straighten it out a bit.
Vampires. And that's my where they jabbed me with the pneumonia shot.
Oh yeah.
Said it's good for 10 years.
Oh shit! Really?
I shouldn't get pneumonia, and if I do, it'll be very mild.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if I should get one of them shots.
He does recommend it for anyone over 50.
Yeah, there you go. You should get one too if it's good for 10 years.
Yep.
I
How's
don't mind
Mike
those
doing
guys.
today?
What was that, Josh?
Said, how's Mike doing today?
Not bad. Yourself?
Pretty good.
Good. That wife treating you well?
Always.
Good.
Yeah, you should get some vids of your when you're working, harvesting that.
Yeah, well,
crap.
I have to go get my shot done because I can't leave the province now without it.
Oh,
So I'm in Nova Scotia and I work in New Brunswick.
Thank God I don't leave this province ever.
I don't even leave the town.
Right?
Little province.
Right?
Well, I live right on the border. Amherst, Nova Scotia is right on the border of New Brunswick there. Like Brunswick and Nova Scotia, so.
God.
Yeah, well, I hear they're talking about a third booster shot now.
Yeah.
Because it's, I guess, the first two, the people that first got the vaccines way back when, they're wearing off now. They need a booster.
Yeah, then it will probably change every 6 months. You need to get a shot or something.
Yeah. Crazy money they're making, too. Crazy money.
Well, you should have heard what I said to my doctor. I'm like, are you sure this is a pneumonia shot, not a vaccine? I want to be able to trust you, doctor. So he showed me the bottle.
Yeah.
I'm like, good. You just earned a little bit of trust.
I think my doctor's getting ready to retire.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he's taking more time off, like less days. He's working less days and more holidays all the time. So I think he's getting ready to retire.
Damn. Is he up there in age?
Not much. I can't see him being much older than me. So, like,
Oh.
but I think he's getting up there around 60.
off he's a young cunt yet.
Yeah, by Myron standards. Otherwise, we're just a bunch of old fucks to a 20-year-old.
So I went to Subway for lunch.
Right on. I like Subway.
Yeah.
Too expensive for me, though.
$15 fucking for a foot long steak and cheese and a chocolate milk. I'm like, what the fuck?
$15. That's like 3 meals to me.
Right?
That's what I have to do. I got to do the budget thing.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I ran out of pot again. Everything's
shit.
fucking stupid prices all of a sudden. Then I go out and I buy all this shit, and then I come back and 2 weeks later and it's on sale. It's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Pissed me
The
off.
weed store there, the prices are going like they were on the streets. Like the prices are way too high in the stores for it.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a dispensary on the reservation over here, and they're starting to sell ounces for $100.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's
starting.
decent.
Yeah, where all these other dispensaries, it's like through the roof, like you're saying. It's like, man, like why would I give up my dealer to go to a dispensary?
But I bet they are only though 19 to 24% THC.
Yeah, I asked them, what do you got for 28% or higher? And they didn't talk to me. And I messaged them on I messaged them, what do you got for in indica 28% or better? Never got a response back.
We've been buying tweed.
Oh yeah, tweed.
Yeah, I get the same shit here.
Tweed was the one that got caught putting chemicals on their shit for bugs there, isn't it? Bug spray or something? Or they the ones that
I
got
have no
busted?
idea.
Yeah, a few years back. I think they got nailed for that. They're putting pesticides on the plants. And then they sold a whole bunch of it. And then a month later, they're like, oops, we weren't supposed to do that. And it's like, return it. Telling everybody return it. And it's like, what the fuck? Who would have a bag
Return
of
it.
Yeah,
Fuck, it's all done.
Yeah, it would be all smoked away by then. It's like, holy shit.
You think I'm just gonna buy weed and just sit on it? Fuck
For
that
a
shit.
month? Like, for a month? Like,
The
come on.
fuck?
I thought it was fucking hilarious. Return it. Just return it, and we'll give you a fresh bag. And it's like, what? You already poisoned me, you fuckers.
Yeah. So the tuning pedal that I bought last week or the week before for my pedal board, I'm sending back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because it goes round and round instead of like a meter, and at the middle it's where it's dead on tune. You know, but this one it's like it'll goes fast, and when it goes slower, you gotta guesstimate when it's totally in tune. So I didn't like that. So last night I was looking at pedals and I saw this looper pedal. You know what that is, right?
No.
A looper pedal is where you can it can program 9 times 10-second clips of the guitar playing with countless overdubs. So you could put a basic bass line, doom, 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 hit the button, and then hit it again to record over it. It's going doom, 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 what I just did, and then you could do ding, 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 and so on, and add to it, and add to it, and add to it, till you're content, and then you can play along with it with a lead.
Oh, yeah.
Now, with this, also, it besides it only doing looping, it also has a tuner. And it has the bar thing with the middle thing. Yeah. So, way better.
Chris says I never run out of weed. Have a fixed price.
Shit.
Like, so you're a dealer?
Shit, send some this way, Chris. Oh, yeah, you can't. You're not Canadian.
It's funny because all the weed sellers I know, I've known them forever now.
Right.
For like 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I get all the friend prices, I guess you could call them.
I don't know any street dealers now.
No, it was just ever since I moved to Kelowna. It was the first three years was kind of rough finding some people, but once I found some people, it was all good.
Let me see. I either deal with the Indian Res or I go to that website in BC.
I
Is
don't
there a
have
way to see chat from StreamYard?
Yeah.
So no dealers from north and south. Known them for decades. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in there it should say chat.
That's what Chris just chatted out. What's up, everybody?
What up, NL?
NL in the house. We got a pretty good panel going today. Hey, Myron?
Yeah.
See? Got lots of friends.
When they decide to come out the woodwork.
Yeah. Well, if you don't see me up and stuff and doing anything, it means I'm laid up in bed.
Like
Wow.
last night.
Yeah. I was laying in bed. My eyes were so blurry I couldn't even read the text or nothing.
Damn.
But I listened to you guys. I was there.
That was quite interesting, eh?
Yeah.
When Joe came up and all that shit and fuck.
Joe came up for a bit and then he disappeared and then he come back and he made Annie lose the bet about with the chocolate or something.
Yeah, $10 worth of Hershey's.
Yeah, $10 worth of Hershey chocolate bars or something.
Yeah, and then he turned around and said, "Fucking forget about it."
Hey, NL.
So how your day going, guys?
Yeah, not bad, I guess. Could be worse. Could be fucking better.
Mm-hmm.
I voted today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Who'd you vote for, if you don't mind?
I voted for NDP.
Oh really?
I didn't really want to, but I figured that was the best chance to get Trudeau out.
Mm.
And BC is NDP province.
I'm thinking the other one is better.
The Tool?
Yeah.
The Democrats
Well, he's better than the Raghead.
or Conservatives?
Oh, I guess that's
Yeah,
great.
PC.
Raghead.
The Conservatives?
Yeah, they're actually ahead of Trudeau in the standings right now. NDP's not even in sight.
So when was the official voting day again today? Because this was just the
20th.
The 20th?
Yep.
So that's when it'll be done and over with. And
Yeah. Sometime 20th at night, I guess, maybe. Unless they ask for a recount and all that bullshit, you know. Am I making you hungry for weed?
yeah, because I don't get any until payday,
When's that?
the 22nd.
Wow. 9 days.
That's good, NL.
It's the same
Take
thing.
care of that while you're working.
Same thing happened to me last month. 2 weeks without any.
And you don't have any roaches left?
No, they're all gone.
Damn.
Well, I've been lucky the last few days. Friends have been coming over and smoking some with me. So
Awesome. I love that shit.
every
I
couple
wish I knew someone here that smoked.
every couple days somebody will get a hold of me and smoke some with me.
Well,
I always share it with them.
The guy in the basement smokes, but I don't really even talk to him. He's like a hermit. He stays in the basement.
Like me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I just hide in my basement here.
And hope the weed falls from heaven, right?
No, I don't do that. I know better than that. I'm smoking one
For you, Melvin, my friend.
There you go. Better be some
Wow.
good shit. 28% or better.
Yeah, I bet he fucking phoned Joe Cool about the bet. I'm surprised Anel's smoking. But he's good with it now. He'll have a joint and then he'll wait fucking 4 fucking months till his next one. And it won't bother him. 22.5 to 25%. Nice.
Yeah, that's all right. So I rather have like 35% or better. I like the vegetable stuff where you smoke it, it veggies you out and makes you all munchies and nappy.
I don't know. I've heard from a lot of weed growers that pretty much you can't get any flower. It's impossible to get any flower over 33.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
Because it only goes to a certain level. After that, you have to do concentrates.
Yeah, that's probably what I was hearing then. Back to being a chronic. I'm quitting again next week for another 2 months because the high I got was bomb. That is out of my price. Yeah, that's why I stick with my dealer.
Yeah, when I hear people say, "Oh, my weed's 35%," I'm like,
well, because the weed dealer I get it's like at least 28, if not better.
28, yes. 32, yes. 33 is even pushing it. Like, unless it's a concentrate, it's impossible. The genetics won't go that high.
Yeah, I heard that you gotta sacrifice like CBD to get the THC up. Low CBD. And then the terps is just the flavor, isn't it?
Yes. Terps is flavor.
When I got away from dope, I quit all contacts to avoid cross-contamination, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Adele's been doing really good on it. If he smokes a joint every fucking so often, who the fuck cares, right? It's when he fucking hits that fucking dark road and goes back to how he was and doing all the hard shit and fucking getting wasted all day, every day. That's not good.
Now I have trouble eating and sleeping, so that's why I like to
Totally
get the high percentages I can get, and then indica strains. But usually it's like a indica kush or something like that. It's like a hybrids, a lot of hybrids. I'm getting.
Indica is all we smoke as well.
Yeah. Once in a while, I'll take a hybrid, but I'll never ask for sativa unless it's. I think it's Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue is a sativa.
Yeah, sativa is kind of uppity for me. Gets me kind of excited, and it's not what I'm looking for.
But I love the Gorilla.
I'm looking for things to bring me down, put me to sleep.
Right.
You could hire me.
You're just as good as indica weed?
Well, I could put you to sleep. Just tap you on the head with something.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be out.
Yeah, I think smoking the indica would be a little bit more healthy.
Don't mind the little concussion that he gives you in the meantime.
Yeah.
I think concussions are overblown.
What?
I think concussions are overblown. Doesn't seem to bother me any.
Tell that to all the football players and wrestlers.
True. but it doesn't seem to have bothered me any. I've had some concussions.
According by who? You?
Chris Benoit, he murdered his family supposedly.
Yeah.
And he was late 30s, early 40s, and he had the mind of like a 80, 90-year-old because of all the headshots.
Oh,
He would climb the ropes and he would dive off the top ropes and hit the opponent with his head.
Yeah.
Plus, then there's the chair shots and times he's dropped on his head and so on and so on.
and all those times you drop on his head when he was a baby.
It all adds up.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you become fucking.
One punch to the head kills thousands of brain cells.
I would say that both times I had my skull cracked, I had a fucking major concussion then.
Oh, for sure.
Fuck, guys. I've never cracked my head so hard like that.
You said twice? Were they in the same place?
No, one's in the front where the instruments pulled me out of my mom, and the other one I split down here. And about that far.
They split your skull with the forceps?
Well, they pinched it so fucking bad. I've got a groove right in my eye. And on this side, I've got a smaller groove that I could feel.
Oh.
This one, my mom could tell if I was tired because she said when I was tired, it would show up. The skin would stick in and leave a little bit of a depression.
Interesting.
So now we can just say, oh, that's what happened. Now I understand.
Huh.
Yeah.
God damn, just think of how smart I would have been if this hadn't happened.
I know. You could almost pass as normal.
I might even have been able to go to Mensa. Except for I was raised to go outside. I wasn't raised to fucking work inside.
That's what my jobs were. Factory work, indoor work, go to the same place every day, do the same thing. A lot of people
warehouse.
can't handle that.
Yeah.
They can't handle the repetitiveness of it all, but it was fine for me.
The only thing that made it fun is that I was either on a walkie rider, a forklift, or a cherry picker, or a Raymond Reach. I love driving any of those four machines. Cherry pickers are the fun. The best. The ones that go way the fuck up in the air with you. You have to harness in.
I don't know. I was in the ones that for the orchards.
Fuck. See, that's just too much.
What's too much?
I was up to the ground with a fucking chain over my shoulder. Big heavy chain. Was my tool push because I dropped the fucking blocks and the cable had got stuck in the ground, thank God. Otherwise, it would have went, it fell all the way and it would have been a bitch to fucking get it up there. But, anyways, we went up there and I went and climbed all over in there without any fucking safety belts on. And I'm 100 feet in the air, maybe.
Well, that's your choice. OSHA would fuck you,
Only if they caught me.
right?
They caught me.
It was a night. OSHA never goes out at night.
I was always a good boy. I always followed all the rules.
OSHA
Now, what-
shows up one or two.
I guess if you fall, you'd be like, meh, I deserved it.
I'd have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Installing
Oh, wow.
a glazed building
No,
windows.
I didn't mind living dangerously.
Wow. Okay.
When
Some
I
people are like that. Some people are like that.
down, I'd grab the drilling line and jump on it and slide down, or maybe I would grab the hose and slide down as far as I could with that, and then grab a pipe and slide the rest of the way to the floor.
You know, you know those racking units that they have in warehouses, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Now imagine that way the fuck up, way, way, way up, and you take the machine up and you go all the way up to to the top level, jump off of your machine onto the rack on the top.
yeah.
Some people are crazy like that. When I worked for the tire company in Brampton a few years back, we had to get up there, even me, and I was scared shitless. I would start shaking and shit.
Yeah, well, I'm not scared. I ran an 80-foot, 6-inch metal beam in the rain in cowboy boots with fucking leather on soles. That's slippery, I tell you. And I was told by one or two people that I was one of the best derricks that ever lived.
Uh,
That those guys had seen.
They'd be like, "Look at that crazy fuck go!"
that's what I would call Myron, a crazy fucker.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that, especially definitely not doing that in cowboy boots, Myron.
I'm okay with heights. I'd say okay with it, but if I really start looking over that ledge and start thinking about it, then I get a little freaked.
Well, you know what a cherry picker is, right?
Well, like I said, the ones that I've been on are the ones in the orchards. You drive them around.
I don't know what that
They got
is.
a big arm. They got a big arm with a bucket on the end.
Okay, have you ever seen a Raymond Reach
I don't know. Is it like the scissor jack one
forklift?
or a forklift?
Okay, you know a forklift?
Yeah, I know a forklift. Yes.
Okay, so instead of sitting down, you're standing up. Also, if you're standing up, your forks are in front of you, right? Well, on the Raymond Reach and the cherry picker, it is behind you. And most people in places put a skid, a pallet, there. And the forks there hold it. So that's where you put your product on. And you got like that much between the product and the arm that comes up for safety to walk onto the platform, or it's way the fuck down.
Just squidge through.
Dude, it's crazy. I've seen people dangling because they fell off.
You just grab a fucking hacksaw and you start running up there towards them, and they'll fucking climb up by themselves in no time.
Now, there's a button on the base of any machine that goes up to bring it back down.
So Chris says, install a glazed building, windows up to 15 floors. Yeah, that's pretty high. I could just imagine those guys on the super high rises, eh? Way the fuck
No
up
thanks.
there. Say like the Dubai Tower.
Or the window washers. Fuck that shit. That's
Yeah.
a death wish to me.
Be a window washer on the Dubai Tower,
No fucking way.
quarter a mile up.
And mine would be crazy. He wouldn't even strap on.
Well, I might, but I would go out there, yeah.
I would never get up there.
Yeah, heights don't really bother me until I start thinking about it.
Well, light doesn't kill you, it's just a stop at the bottom.
Yeah, the sun to stop at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
With me, it's the first step over the ladder. That last step to get onto the roof.
Yep. Same with me. I get there and then I'm like, I freeze. Then I go back down and I'm like, fuck that, I'll do cleanup. unless there's some crazy motherfucker right there at the edge, probably even still I wouldn't do it with his hand out saying, "Here, I'll help you up." I still probably wouldn't get up. And getting down from the roof onto the ladder, oh my god, I'd slip. I know it, and I'd come down. They need a scissor lift for me to do that shit. Then I'll do it. I'll do roofing all day with a scissor lift.
Yeah, no roofing for me. I never liked the outdoor work.
Yeah, too cold.
Yeah, I like
Or
the
too hot.
Yeah, indoor work. Yeah, nice and air conditioned and or climate controlled. You could say, and same place. You go to the same place every day.
Yeah.
Construction just sucked for me. Having
My
to go to
buddy,
different places.
my buddy was white like me, right? One summer, as a roofer, he looked like a black man.
I would just burn. I just burn and burn and burn and
So
burn.
you're fair skinned then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm as fucking white as they come.
Dang.
I got a little bit of color on my skin this year, but look at the back of my arm.
Right.
But yeah, I just like to burn.
Burn.
It's been my whole life. Just like to burn every time. So I just stay out of the sun or cover up.
Yeah, that's crazy, NL. Oh my god. Without a harness, tiptoed onto main roof to. Fuck that. Yeah, that is nuts.
Fucking daredevils, eh? No wonder they're all smashed and beat up.
Right?
All the daredevils. Yeah, I had a friend that was a roofer, and he fucking fell off the roof and broke his ankle, and then they had to fuse it.
AUB.
I fucking laugh.
I
I shouldn't laugh, but I laugh when people fall off roofs. All I think is Al Bundy. And I just laugh like a fucking kid.
My fucking friend motorbiking one day. We're on little teeny 80s, and he fucking, because you're sitting down so low, his feet were pointing outwards. And he clipped the fucking stump and twisted his fucking ankle backwards, snapped it. And he was laying on the ground. I came back for him, and he's laying on the ground, told me what happened, and I started laughing. I couldn't help it because it was just funny. Little
Right.
teeny 80s, and here he fucking twists his fucking foot right backwards.
Ouch.
Well, yeah, I made a splint for him and started the bike up and threw him on the bike and told him to ride back to the truck.
Wow.
He's riding with his leg up in the air. And he told me it felt much better after I put the splint on it. Otherwise, it was just flopping around, eh? And then he ended up getting a fucking like 3 screws or something crazy like that in his ankle. Yeah, twisted it right backwards. Like I said, I just couldn't help myself. I apologized to him first, then I started laughing. I'm like, sorry, man, it's just funny as shit. On little 80s. Like little kids' bikes, eh? Little teeny 80s. Yeah, it was quite the crash. I didn't get to see it. I was out front. And I looked back, I'm like, where is he?
Yeah, I've never driven a bike or even a snowmobile.
I've tried snowmobile and motorbiking's my favorite. Dirt biking's my fave, but I can't really do that anymore.
No ATV.
Beats me up too bad.
Yeah.
I own a ATV, but I can't drive a motorbike.
Oh, I'm good at riding bikes.
Owned and drove them all. ATV.
I wasn't really much of a jumper, but fuck, can I rip around?
You afraid of the jumps?
I just never got into it.
Well, I had to make one for myself. I made it in the manure pile. Well, the old dark manure, not the fresh stuff, but there's a big pile of it that was been there and it was just rotted and black and it was really good to mix in your garden. And it was nicer to make because it was really solid. You can make a jump out of it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I was never into manure piles.
You got to be out in the farm for that.
Yeah, I saw my younger brother fucking Biff Large. He was going off down this big huge hill to get speed. He comes down and approaches the jump. Fucking hits the jump. Once he passes the jump and gets air, his fucking front wheel falls off. His forks hit first. He goes fucking Superman. Fucking busts his whole fucking mouth open.
Yeah, you got to know how to fall.
And that's just on a bicycle, yet alone a dirt bike.
Yeah, you got to tuck and roll. Well, I've hurt myself a few times. I thought I broke my wrist one time. I came down and then I was sliding along and my fucking hand was pinned underneath my body and sliding along on it. And then I had to like reef it out of there because it was twisting and going to snap my fucking wrist off. So for snap my hand off. And I had to just rip it out, man. Yeah, I was twisting it all back like crunch, right? And it was like, and then I fucking ripped it out of there and then I rolled a bit. And
that's not bad, but I said ouch because of what Chris said. Holy fuck, that makes your story look like nothing.
Yeah, falling off, yeah.
Shh. Onto a cement pad on his back. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, hurt my wrist before, and then my fucking ankle. I smashed my foot between the bike and a tree. Kabam! And fucking wow! And it was fucked up for 6 years. I was spraining it so easy. And then I slip on the stairs, crunch, and then fucking I put it back into place or something. So 6 years of fucked up ankle, easily spraining it.
30, 40 feet over the bars.
I know, like a lot of people fucking do crazy shit. I remember a guy doing the cliff diving thing, jumping off the cliff into the water. Yeah. Oof, hits a fucking rock.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's a dooski?
Dooski?
Yeah, Dooski.
I can guess it's a $2 bill.
No.
I don't know, dooski. Google is your friend.
Or I'll just say, NL, what the fuck's a dooski? Or is that a typo?
Get somebody else to do it.
Shoved the site supervisor to his ass. He was trying to pick him up. No, you don't fucking... Someone falls off something that fucking lands on their back on a concrete slab. You do not touch them.
Yeah, you can get sued. That's what sucks now, eh? Can't touch anybody. You got to ask their permission first. Can I help you? You allow me to help you?
Yeah, fuck off. You're gonna die right there.
Okay.
I don't even have a phone to help you. Just fuck off.
Oh, skidoo. Wow. He meant skidoo.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I've never ridden one. It sounds fun. It looks fun. But fuck. One fuck up and it rolls onto you, you're done.
Oh, fuck. It's not like that happens every day. I got thrown off one at 70 miles an hour.
See?
I jumped.
Why?
The machine come down. 10 feet farther on, I come down. Couldn't find my glasses, so I went there the next day. 10 feet beyond where I'd hit were my glasses, sitting right on top of the snow.
Wow.
Fuck it, just last year, a friend of mine rolled his quad and broke his hip.
Huh.
I laid my motorbike down at, I don't know, 60 or 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't.
And slower than that, way slower than that, like about 5 miles an hour on ice. Uh, I don't know. I had everything, drove it all, raced them all.
I don't know. I don't have a death wish, but I do like roller coasters. But I will not do like a bungee jump or skydiving. Nothing like that. Fuck that shit.
We'll go to war.
Sure, they gotta fucking drive me in.
I'm not scared of anything pretty much.
I don't know how I would be in the air. If it was by boat, I'd be puking all the way.
I remember being on a boat for a month, and then you get off onto shore, and you're still fucking wobbling.
Really?
For a month, I get that after about 8 or 10 hours.
Sea legs, they call it. Sea legs or something, they call it.
Yeah.
And you're all wibbly and shit when you first get off because you're expecting the movement, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. And then all of a sudden, freeze! You look like you're impaired.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just the first time I experienced that, right? And I was on the boat for about a month, the fishing boat, living on the fishing boat for about a month.
Wow.
I never went back to that job. It sucked.
Yeah, it's very, very tough and dangerous work.
Yeah, it sucked.
Did you have crab pots
No.
or lobster traps?
No. It was just a big net we put out.
Okay, so it wasn't as dangerous.
It was a big ship. It was a big ship with a big net that would go out the back.
Yeah. All you have to do is make sure you're nowhere near the net or the line, and you don't get sucked over by a wave that comes up.
Yeah, I was a noob. They wouldn't let me near anything bad.
Or else you fucking be part of the Atlantic or whatever, Pacific.
I was mostly below deck sorting fish.
The safe place.
It's just where they shoved me.
The boring place.
Yeah, like I said, I'm good with repetitive stuff. A lot of people can't handle it, but
sorting fish.
Yeah,
like the different types.
Too big, too small.
Yeah,
me,
too big,
I'd
too
be
small,
like, oh, okay, yeah,
different species. Like say an octopus would get in there or something like that, or squid. We'd just toss it off to the side, and it would go down this hole and back into the water.
I'd be like, yo, what's this?
There's like
what's
a hole.
this? What's this? What's this? I can't tell a fucking pike or a pickerel or a fucking bass or whatever. It's a fucking fish to me.
It's not that hard.
The only thing I can tell about a fish is a catfish because of the whiskers.
There you go. No, it's not really that hard to tell the difference once you get used to it.
I
At
guess.
first, a little bit of training at first, right?
Yep.
Not a big deal because we're only catching like 4 different types of fish we're keeping or something.
Okay.
And then I said they had a hole behind me or whatever, and I just whatever we didn't keep, I'd slop there, and it would fucking go down the hole and outside, or go into the back out into the ocean. Right. The odd octopus and things, or squids, and
right.
And I never came across anything that was like really exotic or anything. It was just normal.
Like a treasure chest, a piece of jewelry, a coin.
No, like exotic, like a puffer fish, or weird, bizarre things. I never came across anything really strange. The strangest stuff was the octopuses.
Right.
You grab a hold of them, and they grab a hold of you, and then you gotta they're all suction cupped on you. You gotta peel them off you to get them fucking chuck them down the hole.
Wow.
Jeez, an octopus is big in restaurants. I'd have been having a fucker for supper.
I don't know. These weren't giant octopuses or anything like that. They're
I don't have a big appetite.
about that big, something like that. That big. It's not very big.
Yeah.
Same with the squids that were coming up too. But those are junk to them, so it just took them off. Then it'd be like 4 different chutes, and I'd have to shove whatever fishes down whatever chutes as they come rolling out. And there was like 8 of us or something all doing the same thing, shoving it down 4 different chutes.
Yeah,
like,
I've seen those on. I don't know if it was a TV show or I think it was. I seen that all the you're describing. I seen it going on.
Yeah, just pushing fish down these chutes, right? Guiding down the chutes, and then once in a while we'd have to grab something out and throw it on the floor, but we'd throw it over in the corner or whatever where the hole was, and it would just shoot it outside. Right, it would shoot outside the boat back into the water. But once in a while, those octopuses would just grab right on you, or grab right onto my gloves, the rubber gloves I'm wearing, right? Big rubber rubber gloves up to your fucking up here, come all the way up here, past your elbows.
Wow.
Elastic bandy thing on it, and you'd have your little rubber suit on or whatever, your rain suit or whatever on it. But fucking those little octopuses would latch right on you.
Fuck.
The cold water cowboys, Newfoundland fishermen. Yeah, no, I was on the west coast doing that. We just lived right on the boat. Good food though.
Oh.
Fuck man, they fucking feed you huge amounts of food.
Fish.
You could ask for steak and lobster if you wanted it. They, like I said, they fed you really good and a big variety. It's like a cafeteria.
Wow.
You walk in and you can look at the board and say, "I want this for dinner. I want that for dinner."
Awesome.
And they make it up for you.
That's cool.
But it's all freshly cooked. It's not sitting there all day or anything, so it's all cooked right there on the spot for you.
Mm.
Well, more like a restaurant than a cafeteria.
The only thing is everywhere smelled like fish.
You were on trawlers?
Trawler? I don't know. It's fucking big net they'd put out and drag them all around behind them. I guess, yeah, it's a trawler, yeah. Can't remember what they called the fucking net. I don't even remember the name of the boat. But I remember when I got back, I was like, thank God this is over with, man. That was rough. And then I stepped off on shore, and then I got the wibbly leg thing. I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? First time I experienced that.
Mm.
And I remember I was young in school still. They took me out on a tugboat. I took a bunch of us out in a tugboat. Like a field trip for school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, chugging around on a tugboat, doing their thing.
Wow.
Let us all drive, and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
We didn't do any of the work, but, driving to and from. We take turns driving. Get up here, hold the wheel, And I'm like, I want to go real fast. Rum. They're like, oh, don't do that. Pushing on the lever to go faster, eh? Big fucking tugboat. I don't know, trying to inspire us to get interested in something for a future job, I guess, or something weird like that.
Yeah.
That's when I lived down on the coast, down in Surrey. And in Surrey. And I remember I spent some time at a work camp, like a juvie work camp. And a train, an old steam train used to come blowing by along the lake shore or whatever, along the shoreline. Every morning they used to make us go down to the dock and jump in the freezing cold water. And then we can go have a shower.
Wow.
Yeah. That sucked. They wouldn't let you have a shower or nothing until you jumped off that dock into the water.
Huh.
Oh, fuck. old as shit, that water. But I remember the steam train used to come by, and we used to put the pennies down and shit on it, and the coins and shit on the track, squish them. It's a tourist thing, eh? Old steam train going past. And it was some kind of juvie work camp thing. Whereas the splitting cedar shakes. We're making cedar shakes. We're splitting the wood and making cedar shakes all day. But yeah, early in the morning they wake us up and tell us all to jump in the lake and go down the pier, jump in the lake. Then you can go get out and go have a shower, and then off to work. My punishment for being a bad boy. And I was like, what? I was 12.
Well, you got to think, before the white man came, that's how the natives fucking had their bath every day. Only they didn't have a warm shower to go to afterwards.
Yeah. Uh, 144 here.
240 here. Well, maybe 244. Yeah.
544 here.
Well, yeah, you're as far as east you can go. Any further, you're swimming.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Do they still have the dried cod out there? Salted dry cod?
I'm not a fish guy. I don't eat fish. Well, fish sticks and stuff like that, but other than that.
Yeah, the guy upstairs, he's a newfie. He loves the dried cod.
I think you can buy pails of it.
I can't stand cod.
That's all right. I like the smoked salmon, though.
I can only have halibut or haddock.
Dried smoked salmon.
Yeah.
Right off there, right from the natives. Just pop by to say hello. Hey, Clint Brook. Hello, Clint Brook.
What's up, Clint? Well, guys, I'm going to take off for a bit, go play some game before my show.
Okay, just walk off then.
All right, then.
Peace, Mike.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Yeah, see you in a while.
First panel I've been on, Myron.
Right on.
Well, thanks for coming up there.
I bugged him to come up, though.
What time?
It's all good. We're all doing all the talking, but, I could shut up for a while if you want. You guys can talk.
You can
No,
talk.
go ahead.
I'm a better reactionist than a talker. In order to talk, I have to think of something.
Yeah. Well, I'm just talking.
It's pretty fucking hard for me to do.
I'm just talking out my ass about anything. Oh, look what I didn't put away. Look at that. There you go. There you go.
Oh, that was from yesterday when you showed me those.
Yeah, I just put it off to the side here. Forgot all about them. What's left of the Anastasia for next year. Like I said, I'm hoping this year get some seeds. I'll be growing some widow. The white widow is looking good. It's a lot of crystals coming up on it. And the smells pretty strong off the white widow too.
Is that the one that's making seed?
I'm hoping, yeah. I don't know yet. I'll know when I crop out and start fucking trying to smoke.
Yeah.
Then I'll know if I get seeds or not. I'm really hoping that it did. 'Cause I went out
When
there
do
again.
when do you usually harvest? Then October with your weather that you got out there? Or?
Oh, I don't know. This is the first time me growing it outside.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, this is all new. Growing it in dirt. I never grew it in dirt before. It was always hydroponics and indoors. Everything was all climate controlled and the whole 9 yards.
Oh, wow.
CO2 generator, fucking climate control, fucking air coming in and then air blowing out, sealed up room.
Right.
Yeah, have control over everything. And once you tweak it and dial it in, you get some really good bud.
Right on.
Every week we're pulling down 10 plants every week. There's like cycling
Wow.
through. Yeah, we'd cycle through. So every week we'd pull down 10 plants and then we'd put 10 more plants in the room from the veg room. So we had a grow room and then a bedroom and a clone room.
Yeah.
And the buddy that lived there or whatever, he took care of it while he was there, but he'd bring me in once a week to help him out, get everything. I don't know, I guess I was more picky about everything, all the measurements and stuff of the fertilizers and stuff. I'd have to be so precise. But once you, like I said, once you dial it in, man, some pretty nice pot starts coming off. And then I said, mixing it with Kool-Aid and sugar on the flush and trip people out with the colors and the flavors. And it's just the same weed they're getting. It's just that it's dyed a different color now. I think it was Northern Lights or something, or Rockstar. I think it was Northern Lights that were growing it was all white hairs, so. And then
we grew 4 there on my deck there in buckets, but that was last year.
Yeah, we got to keep them fed. It's the biggest thing. They start turning yellow, they need food.
Yeah.
I was just using the chicken poop mulch to feed them, and I gave them some sugar, gave them a cup of sugar last month or whatever. Last payday, so whatever, it'll be like the 22nd, it'll be a whole month. Or 5 weeks or something like that. And then I noticed after I gave them the sugar, they got a little bit more smelly. And I don't know if that was the sugar or is just what. If there was a timing on it, I don't know. I think it's got.
I don't know a whole lot about growing it, just about smoking it.
Well, like I said, I'm kind of new at growing it outdoors, and because it's all dependent on the weather and growing it dirt. I don't know, it's giving it proper nutrients and stuff like that. It was way easier doing it, like indoors with the hydro, right? Once you got the setup going, it was like you just measurements, right? It's all measurements. X amount gallons of water to X amount fucking measurements of fucking fertilizers.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can be all super precise with everything. The CO2 generator and all that crap. CO2 will thicken up your buds, make them more dense. And for all I know, it's just a pilot light, propane tank and pilot light burning. And it just fills up the room with CO2 or carbon monoxide or whatever the hell it is. The plant and it makes your buds more dense and thick. And then normally outdoor, when you're just growing them outdoor, I guess they're kind of fluffy, light buds, fluffy light buds. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens.
My buds, well, on certain plants are fluffier than on others. But no CO2.
Yeah, it's not absolutely necessary for them, but like I said, it to optimize your growth,
Yeah.
it's better to have all these things.
To optimize that, I'd have to seal off a fucking room and
Yeah, they have to seal it all up.
can't really do that because the water pipes don't freeze in the wintertime.
Yeah, and then Buddy didn't want to pay me no more when I got it all set up for him and all running smooth, and then he decided to get rid of me, and then he fucked it all up. Yeah, and he wanted me to come back and fix it for him, and I'm like, nope, you're on your own, buddy. And so he fucking stops doing the hydro and goes right to dirt. Now he's all growing in dirt and fucked all the bud up, lost all his customers and everything. Fuck. Then he was just done. So he didn't realize what I was doing, right? Didn't realize how important I was to the operation. And I was only going in there once a week. Otherwise, he was looking after it, making sure it didn't flood and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Lights were coming on and all that shit. I just show up to do the nutrients. And it's like a plastic oil drum full of water. And then you just put the nutrients, measure up the nutrients for how many gallons of water that's in there. Like I said, you get that dialed in right nice and not too much, not too little. And you get fucking maximum fucking quality. People, like I said, people are loving it. And then I start throwing some Kool-Aid in there and tripped them all out with it. They're thinking they were getting different weed, eh? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that Kool-Aid thing's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat trick.
Yeah, the blue Kool-Aid, I'd get the big pack, fucking a big thing of sugar and dump it into the flush at the end, right? It's supposed to be just water in the flush. But I'd dump the Kool-Aid in there and stuff, and then it would come little blue hairs, like baby blue hairs would come out from the white. Then you get a little bit like a berry flavor, I guess you could say. And I just called it blueberry. It's blueberry weed. And then I tried the orange flavor, and I called it carrot weed because all the orange hairs were turning like a orange, right? And I'd say it's carrot weed, but it's all the same weed all the time. It's just like I said, I just flavored it up, colored it, and flavored it. That was funny.
Still awake there, Myron?
Yeah.
Chillax. Ellie, I'm back. It's not hard to unlock yourself from the live chat when you know what you're doing. It's even easier to bot spam a live chat as well, especially if a person has 500 spam bot accounts. Okay. I don't bother with the spam bot yet. I'm having trouble just keeping up with the one account, let alone fucking hundreds of accounts.
Yeah.
Well, I guess some people pay people to up their subscriber count, right? They got 500 spam bot accounts, and then they all sub to you. That's 500 subs overnight, right? It's not hard. How do you unblock yourself? I don't know how that's done. You just use a different account each time?
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah. I don't know. If somebody blocks me, I just take that as a sign they don't want me around, so I just go away. I just unsub and go away, right?
Yeah.
But I would not do that to Myron. Well, I hope not. I hope they wouldn't do it to me either. But spam botting, that's just malicious stuff, isn't it? You're just kind of being, it's kind of malicious, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I got better things to do than have 500 spam bot accounts. Better things to do.
Yeah. Me too.
Like picking my nose. So I'm over on BitChute too, and I'm gonna make a Rumble account here soon. Spam botting is automated from one account. Yeah, I don't know. I never got into any of that, so I don't know anything about all that. I'm sure it'd be not that hard, difficult to get into, but it's not my bag.
Mine neither. Drama is not what I want.
And then DOS attacks too. I don't do DOS attacks, but I know what that's all about too. If I'm saying that right, DOS attacks. It's when you get fucking hundreds of accounts all trying to log in on the same server all at the same time and overloads the system. Slows it all down. Yeah. Something like that. DOS attack.
Yeah, I don't follow all the drama on YouTube. I just come on here to chill.
I'm not capable of following it.
Yeah.
It's too much. I can't follow it. It's too much. It's basically a program that make counter programs, and the chase goes on. Yeah, I guess you could cause some headaches for some people like that. Ooh, big hoot. Big hoot. You guys got me looking for Myron's pipe too. Can't find it. Like putting everything glass pipe with flat bottom and colored pipe, colored glass pipe with flat bottom.
Yeah.
And I look and I can't find nothing similar. Ones that are similar to yours, but not exactly like yours.
Find a bowl with a straight piece.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a bunch of them, but not the same as that.
No.
Not where it's flat in the bottom and it sticks up like that.
Yeah.
So I got into it after some dude hacked into my account and deleted it permanently. I actually became buds after that. Yeah, that's funny how guys do that, eh? Beat the shit out of each other, then they're best friends. It's funny how dudes are like that. I never really got into the hacking stuff. I got into a little bit of BitTorrent and stuff like that, and getting free software where you're not really supposed to get it for free.
Yeah.
Things like that. Music, I used to get a lot of music for free and things like that.
Movies.
More.
I got a couple of hundred movies, but I've seen them all fucking too many times already.
Yeah, I don't save any movies anymore. I just stream them and
Yeah.
then watch them. And if I want to watch them again, I just stream them again.
Yeah. I figure if electricity goes down, how the fuck you gonna watch them?
Well, yeah, it's like that with any format. Electricity goes off, you're not watching shit.
True.
Escalate Britons with the smart dudes, then have them as enemies. Well, yeah, I guess. Or just like not know them at all. Don't ever make enemies with them. Somebody hacked my account and deleted it away. I have all my videos saved, so I could just open another account and put all the videos back. If I wanted to. Be a lot of work, but
Yeah.
I think the only account that ever got hacked was my Facebook. My Facebook account got hacked. A lot of weird shit happens onto my Facebook. Like, fuck. People messaging me and saying, "Why'd you message me this?" And I'm like, I didn't message you shit. Well, it's showing you messaged me this. It's some link to a porn site or something like that, right? And it's like, nah, it's showing that I did, but I didn't send you that. No, not from mine. I don't go around upsetting people for no reason. It's pointless. Yeah, I'm not really the conflicty kind of guy. I tend to ride the fence a lot on things. I want balance. I don't like it when everybody's fighting and scrapping, and not my thing. I want to bring peace.
Yeah, same here. I don't really care for conflict.
Oh. Iron's doing the pipe heat. Oh, shit. You getting all the oil out of it?
Trying to.
They do plenty of conflict when they deserve it. Yeah, but I'm just not into it. Let somebody else do that. So if I need somebody to do some conflict that deserves it, I'll give Ellie a call. Go get him, Ellie. Like Joe Cool says, always trying to break bread. Trying to come over and break some bread. And be the mediator. Did it work, Myron?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's still dripping. Next time I run out of weed, I'll have a lot of this to smoke again.
Yeah, a lot of pipe resin. No, I never really liked it too much because the burny flavor. Joe Cool is a smart dude. Yeah.
Guess a guy could fucking put a couple of drops of vanilla in it. That might help the flavor.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I never tried smoking vanilla before.
I smoked some weed that a guy had lightly dipped in vanilla, and it was kind of pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know they have sprays and stuff. You can spray on your pot to make it taste different. Yeah, I like Joe Cool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how he comes in. He's trying to break bread. He says, "Make peace. Find out what really is going on." Right? But nobody's perfect in this world. You know, mistakes happen. People say things they regret saying, and I just know being online, you got to be a little bit more careful what you do and what you say, because it could fucking just cancel culture will come right in and fucking smoke you.
It's funny, I haven't had any problems with that so far. I'm so small on the totem pole, nobody wants to bother me.
Yeah, it's like I said, too small to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what we both got like under 100 subscribers, so yeah, too small to even be noticed. No one cares. No one cares to notice. Oh, you're up to 85 subscribers now, Myron. You're doing better than me. But you've been doing this online thing a little longer than me by a few months.
Yeah. Uh, I think I had less than 50 subscribers when I started going live.
Yeah, I think I'm at 57 right now. Slowly but surely. I just need more content. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I can't really get out enough to really do much.
Do a live.
Hey?
Do a live. Run a panel.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, if you don't tell anybody about it, you won't get that many people there. You know.
Yeah, I could probably do live, but then it'd just be me sitting there.
Well, if some people like you let a few people know you're gonna have one, like don't tell Melanie maybe. Sorry about that, Eddie.
Then I'd have to start dealing with all the drama and porn bombing and all the weird shit.
I don't seem to be getting any of that
What
so far.
here? Says I could go get you another 500, but it's going to take a long while. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. I don't about getting me any bot subs. I'm not really interested in that. Why the hell is he all deleted all of a sudden? What happened?
One or two more times, I'll have this fucking.
Ellie was hidden by you been chilling. Okay. I was like, what the hell happened? Nah, Ellie was just explaining how bots and stuff all work, how he got into it and all that shit. You know, different strokes for different folks.
Oh, just a little warm yet.
Different strokes for different folks.
Whatever you say, you be, you're blue.
He's not the real one. Yeah, I know. We know Ellie wasn't the real one. He was just.
Yeah, this guy talks like a man, and Ellie talks like a woman. I think.
Oh well, I didn't block him. You be chillin' did. So you be chillin's fault. I don't know. You did. like an ass or nothing. He's just kind of just talking about hacking and botting and for sure. And never got into the hello gentlemen, I'm the real Ellie. I don't even know who the real Ellie is, so what the hell? I don't know who the real
me
one.
neither.
So why would it matter? Doesn't matter to me. It might matter to Myron. It's Myron's channel, so he lays down the rules. Now that's the real Ellie. Okay. I don't see much of a difference, or if any. That's the real one. Yeah, how do you tell though? How would the hell would you tell? It all looks the same profile picture or whatever, same avatar picture, same name. Like, how do you know? I know that's why I let everybody else take care of the chat section like that. I don't really block anybody or anything. All I'll do is post links. I'll do something like this.
Well, the fake Ellie could not start anything in here because nobody was taking him up.
The phonage is ringing.
It's not mine.
It's mine.
Hit your mic and answer it.
Not for me.
Oh.
We have a call display that talks.
Ah.
There.
It's funny,
That's
all
what
these new cell phones, they don't have an actual ringtone anymore.
it's just a home phone, the wireless or cordless phone.
Right.
And it talks. Tells it, the call display tells who it is. Sometimes it comes out really weird. It's like, what?
Fuck, am I ever getting hosed? My phone don't talk back to me. Can't text with it.
Well, I can't text with this home phone either, but it's just a feature of the phones that we bought, or that they bought upstairs.
I'm not worried, Ellie. I'm not trying to grow my channel. I could give a fuck. I'm just here to talk to people every day. Because I'm fucking bored. I've been 11 years with very few people ever coming over to see me. Sometimes I would go a whole month without getting a visitor.
Yeah, and I've been doing it for 25 years.
Ugh.
So I know exactly what he's going through.
But at least you got people in the same house that you can see if you wanted to. Whereas I go downtown for 20 minutes on a Thursday. That's it. That's the only people I see for a week.
If I die down here, I don't think they'd find me until I start stinking. They don't really come downstairs. And then usually I just see them in passing most of the time. Say hey or whatever.
But even that is...
It's something. It's something, yeah.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Yeah. Like the best, I could go outside to water my plant in the morning, and then the guy upstairs is like, hey, you know, kind of thing. And how's your plants? And it's like the same questions every day. What you gonna do today? And it's like, I don't fucking know. It's the same questions every day. He's just doing it small talk, right? To be or whatever, small talk. I know what it's about.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, same thing, you know.
You should, oh no, wrong guy. Who was it had the guy in the basement that was smoking weed? That wasn't you. Fuck, I can't remember.
Other guy in a basement smoking weed.
Yeah.
Wow. That could be a lot of people.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody right now. What would be on Mike's channel? I guess you would see it, or here.
But I thought it was here. It don't matter. It's
I smoked too much pot. I don't remember shit. But if somebody reminds me, then I remember. Right?
yeah.
My friend will pull out this name. You remember this guy, Rod, or whatever? And I'm like, huh? And then he'll be like, remember here? You met him here? And I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's the way it works for me.
Well, I don't know how it works for me anymore.
I just blame it on the weed. Even knowing I've had these problems my whole life, but I just blame it on the weed. That's something that people can relate to.
I've always had a weird memory.
Well, if I told them I just got smashed in the head when I was a kid,
Well,
they can't really understand that.
nobody. I never told anybody at school that I was. Had a cracked skull.
When I was 10, I got cracked in the eye with the golf club when I was 10, and they kept me in a induced coma for 3 months in the hospital because of the swelling and stuff. And it ended up pushing my brain into the back of my skull over here, and it bruised the language center of my brain. So it don't quite work right.
I've had my skull cracked twice, UB. Once here and here. There's indentations in my skull. And then I have one up here that I seen the freaking X-ray. And it's a scar about that long in my skull up there. And the one up here, if a nurse hadn't have seen me laying outside her backyard and grabbed me and took me to the doctor right away, the doctor said I would have drowned in my own blood. That's how I would have died. I would have drowned in my own blood.
Yeah, you got lucky that way.
Yeah. And then these year was when I was born and I was grabbed with a forceps on my head and the fucking doctor cracked it.
Yeah. And then after that 3 months, they released me from the hospital, dropped me right into school with no more drugs. So I was going through withdrawals and I was just fucking just flew off the handle. People were bugging me or whatever. I just fucking explode. And they didn't know what to do with me. They're like, what the fuck's wrong with him? Like, the one kid was bugging me, throwing stuff at me from behind, right? Throwing things, hit me in the back of the head. And I told him, fucking stop that. And then he fucking, of course, he keeps doing it. I picked up my desk and threw it at him right across the room. It landed upside down on top of his desk, slid off onto the floor. And then when the parent heard that happened, they freaked out and they were trying to get me kicked out. And I'm like, and then I told the parent, I'm like, well, he keeps harassing me and bugging me, and I just had enough. And I then she's like, what? You didn't tell me anything about that. It's like, yeah, he's bullying me. And I just wasn't having any more of that, right? It just snapped.
Yeah.
And then I had seven guys like that in elementary school when I was 10, bugging me and stuff like that because I'm different, right?
Yeah.
And then so I just slowly, one by one, slowly, one by one, I went through them all, and they left me alone. I scared the shit out of them, and they left me alone. I just wouldn't let them get away with the bullshit anymore, teasing me and bugging me and bullying me and throwing shit at me and trying to get me hurt and stuff like that. And it's like, no, that's stopping now.
You got anything to go out now? Is that why you're irritating me? Huh?
Hoppy needs to go for pee.
Yeah.
Said, Melvin, you became the Hulk. Yeah, something like that. But I was 10 years old. 10 years old, cut off from my fucking drugs. Because I don't know, whatever they were giving me was keeping me asleep, right? For 3 months. I think I remember 3 days of the 3 months I was in there. And then later on in life, like I started asking questions what happened. And it's like, yeah, holy shit, I was in there 3 months? What? I only remember 3 days. Because they kept me in that induced coma thing or whatever. Until the brain swelling went down.
That's a long time to be in a coma.
Yeah, and it was a drug-induced one, right? And then when the 3 months was up, they fucking, like I said, just dumped me right back into school like it was nothing. And I guess I was going through withdrawals or whatever. But at 10 years old, you don't know that. You don't know what's going on. Not until later on in life I start figuring this shit out. And I didn't find out what kind of damage it actually did until I was like, I don't know, 30, 31 or something like that. I went to some fucking mental health evaluation thing or whatever like that and spent 3 hours with them. And then they were telling me, oh, you got a problem here. And then I had to put the pieces together after that. And that's probably because of the accident I had when I was 10. And it happened up in Dawson Creek. And then they flew me down on the jet. And they really thought I was fucked up because my dad told me to lie to him because he didn't have a medical card. So the dad tells him to lie to tell him that you're Lee because he's got the medical card for the other kid, right? His other kid, Lee, my half brother or step brother or whatever. He had his medical card, and he says, "Tell them that you're Lee." So it's covered on my card, right?
You were born in Dawson Creek?
No, that's where my accident happened.
Oh.
I was standing in a parking lot of a gas station, and there's teenage kids there, and then one of them had a golf club, and he was hitting a rock, and I was in the back, got caught in the backswing. Bam! Right in the fucking head, right in the eyeball. And basically knocked me stupid. Well, literally knocked me stupid, right? And then my dad's like, tell him you're Lee. So I'm telling him I'm Lee, and I'm down in the Vancouver hospital still telling him I'm Lee. So they really thought something was fucked up with me, right?
Yeah.
When they found out my real name, and I was still saying I was Lee.
I'm just straight east of Dawson Creek. Fuck, I lost my virginity in Dawson Creek.
The only thing that was there was like a motor inn, like a hotel, little hotel that people pull in, and right beside that was a gas station. That was it. That was around me. Otherwise, I'd have to cross the railroad tracks, a big field where there were power lines, and then there was houses, and that's where the rich kids come from. And I remember they were shooting BB guns at me and shit when I was playing in the field. And that same crew is the one that fucking smacked me in the eye with the golf club. It's not like he did it on purpose, but,
Yeah.
These were teenagers or whatever, and I was just 10, standing there, duh. Whack! Ugh! One fucking shit. Yeah, that's sort of what... It's before that, it's just... I never retaliated back at them. I just took it, right?
Yeah.
I was 9 then, so I just took it, kind of thing, right? Didn't know any better, I guess. And I said after that, my life totally changed after that. It was just they didn't know what to do with a person fucked up like me, and I swear, grade 6, I didn't do nothing but just sit there. They're like, "Oh well, you can't do nothing with him." Then they got through grade 6, and then finally in grade 7, they had special programs for the slow kids and stuff, right? And I ended up in grade 7. I ended up in a classroom where there was only 8 students. And they all had various problems. And some had behavioral problems, other had anxiety problems. One guy was like multiple sclerosis in a chair, things like that. And then I had in that even that was fucked. I had a teacher grab me and shake me because every day he'd ask me the same fucking question, and I'd say I don't know. And they grabbed me and fucking shook me. And I freaked out and I said, "Fuck you, you can't do that." And I took off. And I went and hid in the playground up in like a little fort thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Hiding up in there and crying, eh? And cops are all looking for me and everything. And then they didn't find me until the kids came out for lunch and they found me up there, right? And then the cops are calling me down and, "Oh yeah, they're telling me that he shouldn't have done that and all that kind of crap, and fuck, it's just like I said, my whole life is just the fucking stupid, fucking bizarre shit show. Yeah, these are only the stories I'm willing to tell you. A lot worse shit was going down. And of course, always living a single mother. I was raised by a single mom. Dad was an alcoholic. My mom left him when I was like 3 years old. And when my accident happened, my dad was taking me for the summer for like a summer holiday thing.
Yeah.
But it was just a drunken booze fest for him. Him and his girlfriend and his Indian friend Chicano. And they brought me along, and then I remember in the trunk it was full of Ruby Red. All those big green bottles of big giant bottle jugs of Ruby Red and filled the trunk.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, it's juice, right? It's juice. Let me have some. And they gave me a drink of it. I was like, "Oh, nasty. What the fuck's this shit?" But they thought it was funny, giving a 10-year-old booze. But before my accident, I was like a sweet little nice little kid, light and all that shit.
And my aunt and uncle give me fucking beer in a baby bottle. And they also had me smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, no, my mom wouldn't let any of that happen to me.
They were babysitting. My mom went out.
See, I have other siblings, but I was raised alone. I was the bastard child. So my mother was married before, and then she had 4 kids, and then she left her husband to go with my dad, and then they never married or nothing. So technically, I'm a bastard child.
Yeah.
I'm a bastard too, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't worry about it. It's just a technicality. Technically, right? Technically, I'm considered a bastard child.
Ain't I special? I seen my mom and dad's marriage license. Full year and a half, I think, before I was born.
90% of the kids nowadays are considered that, I would say, Melvin.
Yeah, a lot of unmarried couples, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I would counsel for not getting married. Really, marriage is more of a church thing, I think.
Or a government contract.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of, if you shack up for so long, you have the government contract anyways.
Yeah, you consider common law marriage or whatever now.
Yeah. So first year, you got to kick them out for a week or two.
No, that doesn't even work now.
Really?
Yeah. Well, this guy was seeing this chick for 10 years. They had their own addresses. They had their own lives. And during this 10 years, they're just like, friends with benefits, and took her on holidays 3 times out of that 10 years. And then the judge, he moved on. So he found like a woman to settle down with. She got pissed off, took him to court and trying to sue him for alimony. And then the judge rules in her favor because, you were considered a couple because you went on holidays 3 times. Right? So the judge ruled it, you were a couple, now he has to pay alimony to her, to his fuck buddy, basically, right? And the only reason why she did that is because she got pissed off because he moved on after 10 years. Like, I'm going to settle down here and move on, right? And it pissed her off. She was losing that arrangement. Now, that's just recently, last couple of years that happened here or something. Yeah. So it's like, holy shit. So you don't have to be married. You don't have to be living together. All you got to really do is take her on holidays three times. And then you're considered a couple, eh?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know what the fuck how the people are raising their daughters and the women nowadays. It's just like they're loons. They expect fucking way too much. There might be a 5 at best, but they want the 9s and 10s. And it's like, what the fuck? Why do you think you're 5? Why do you think you deserve a 9 and 10? Like, what the fuck? And it's, I dated one before, and stuff, so I can do it again, right? And it's like, yeah, no, that 9 or 10 was just using you for a fuck, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like you deserved that. But they all got these high standards. I watch some of these YouTube videos when they talk about this shit, eh? And the guy asked him, it's like, okay, they're talking to a lady, and they say, okay, you're going to give yourself a number between 1 and 10, but you can't use a 7. So what are you? A lot of them say I'm an 8, and they're like, what the hell? No way, right? And then a lot of times they're a 5 or 6 at best, right?
Yeah.
But they all expect these high quality top earners and all this stuff, the good life. How much do you want your future husband to make? $100,000 a year. And it's like, good luck with that. You're looking at the 10% of men, right? It's just fucking weird how they all think. And I said the quality of women has so gone downhill. And it's just ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And they want the traditional man, but they don't want to be the traditional woman, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's funny because they're all told, well, you might as well get yourself a cat. You're not going to find it. And then they all get 40 years old, and where did all the good men go, right? And then they always being told, yeah, you probably met that good man when he was 25 years old. When you were 25 years old, you probably met him, but passed him by because he wasn't worthy to you.
Yeah.
And it's like the women got weird thoughts about what men want, right? What does men want in a woman, And then they want this and that. And it's like nothing that men want. It's like, are you crazy?
Well, I think the men they're talking to are gay.
Yeah, like I heard a joke like that before. It's like there is no perfect man, one man for a woman. So how many? It's like women need like 5 different guys. They need one for money, one to fuck, one to talk to, one to raise their kids. You know what I mean? They need all these 5 different type of men to, they can't find them all in one man. So they need to have 5 different type of men to make them happy. And then they don't understand when it comes to these high quality men, the 10%als or whatever, the 10% of the high quality men, they don't understand that they'll be sharing them, right?
Yeah.
They think they're locking those guys down, but no, they just get used and tossed to the side. They're just fooling themselves, right? Thinking that they can, it's just weird. And then they're like, well, what are you going to do to keep that top quality man? And they come up with the bizarrest things. They say, what are you bringing to the table? Oh, money and career and, this and that. And it's like, yeah, men don't care about your money. They got their own money. They're there to provide, right? So they don't care about your money.
Hey, Angel.
Angel! We're just bullshitting about bullshit. That's all we're doing. But yeah, some of these shows on YouTube I watch are just hilarious when the guy's talking to these young chicks and then they expect all this and it's like, wow, it's just like expectations through the roof, right? And all the regular guys are just invisible. See, they made an example, right? Say a woman goes to the McDonald's, and, the cashier is, she's invisible to her, right? She's not interested in the cashier behind the counter.
Yeah.
When a guy goes to McDonald's, yeah, she's cute, and yeah, he'll go for the guy, just because she doesn't care. Doesn't care about the guy. Doesn't care about the money she makes, right?
Yeah.
When it's opposite way around, the chick goes up to the cashier and it's a guy. The guy's invisible, right? He's just a servant to her, right? She doesn't care about him because she's not making any money, right? He's invisible to her. Could be the greatest guy in the world, nicest guy in the world and everything, but no, because he works at McDonald's, not worthy, right?
You betcha.
So guys are willing to date down and marry down, but women are always marrying up, right? Dating up.
Yeah.
Or a man could go down and up, right? It don't matter.
Yeah.
We've got 2 hours. Going on 2 hours. But only one watching. Is that Angel that's watching?
Don't you have your other one on?
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. No, we got 2 watching now, it says.
Showing on my screen that 2 hours and 43 minutes.
Yeah, you're on StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, StreamYard.
Yeah, I was just looking at the YouTube one. It just says it just rounds up or whatever, or rounds up or down.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I don't even know where to see that. Where are you looking at that? Oh, at the top, 244. Yeah, okay, I see it. 244. I don't get to see how many people are watching. Myron gets to see that on StreamYard.
Says one.
Yeah. It says one watching now, so that's my other computer. It's still going. Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, I'd say the first part of my life, I was a very angry person. Done the marriage thing twice, never again. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever going to get married anyway. So, like I said, women tend to not like broken men. So all I'm really good for is companionship and sex. I won't be fixing their cars or doing any labor, so I'll never be working again.
Yeah.
So most women are not interested in any of that. I'm just a lazy fuck, I guess. I'm forced into lazy fuckness. Fuckered. I'm fuckered, that's what they call it. That's a street word for it. You go talk to the street people and stuff, and they know they're fuckered. There's no hope for any kind of normality in their lives or anything like that. So why live? Why try? Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why they give up and get all whacked out on the drugs, because they're fuckered for life. There's no going back. Either bad choices or no choices put him in that position, and there's no going back. There's not enough forgiveness. That's the thing. You get a criminal record, for instance, or something. Yeah, that follows you the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
And it fucks you over for certain jobs and things like that. And like I said, if they forgave things like that or didn't use that against you, it's because of people. Some people just make bad choices or get caught up in a no choice situation. Right? Like when I got arthritis or whatever it is that I got way back when, and they ripped me off. That was a no choice situation. It's not like I chose to be sick, right? That. But then there's bad choices too. So a lot of guys get into relationships, have a couple kids, and then they get separated, and now they owe child support, right? That they can't pay. And all kinds of crazy shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Like down in the States, they're fucking locking people up for not paying their child support.
But my brother never paid his for years, and finally they caught up to him, and he was working a steady job, so he paid it all off.
Yeah, well, that was fortunate. So it's not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Some people live, minimum wage paying jobs, paycheck to paycheck their whole lives.
Yeah, well, most of his life he never had a fucking real job. Or he'd have a job for 6 months or so, and then he'd take 2-3 years off.
Yeah, that's a lot of people are like that, especially the low income earners. They don't feel it's worth it.
Well, he liked to drink, and working interferes with drinking.
Yeah, that's the same thing too. I guess with drugs now too. It's like, but the drugs are just messing up the person's brain so bad now. There's no returning back to any kind of normal. They're too fucked in the brain to have a job, to keep a job.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, they usually. They're vacuuming upstairs. I'm gonna mute.
Wow. Hey, Angel, I only got married once, and when I got divorced, that was it. I would never get married again.
Well, Melvin or Myron, I'm gonna jump down, but thanks for having me on here, bud, and thank you, Melvin, for inviting me up. And I'll probably see you guys on Mike's show there later tonight.
You betcha. Thanks for coming up, Josh.
All right, thanks a lot, buddies. See you guys later.
You bet. Bye.
They're quiet for a bit anyway, until I hear it again.
Fuck. I used to drink place I stayed at, guy's wife. Fuck, she could drink all night, sleep for 3 hours, and she'd be out vacuuming in the morning.
Yeah, all the alcoholics I knew, they were all like 10 years ahead of me, like the next generation ahead of me. A lot of drinkers, a lot of alcoholics that I know. The one guy, he passed away because of cirrhosis of the liver, drinking too much his whole life. And he was only like my age now, 52, something like that. But at the time, he was 10 years older than me, so I was 42 when he passed.
Well, I don't know if I'd call myself an alcoholic because I drank a lot when I drank because I didn't like the taste of it, but I used it also as a crutch because I suffered from anxiety. So I would drink before I did, went meet somebody.
Yeah, that's self-medicating basically. That's what a lot of people have done.
Yeah,
They can't get help through the doctors, right? And so they self-medicate. That's sort of what I did with the marijuana. Once I clued in that the marijuana helps with my conditions, with my problems, right? I
yeah,
started focusing on the marijuana, smoking it all the time, right? Because
yeah,
the doctors are no help. They throw fucking every antidepressant at me under the sun, and it's like that's not the problem. My depression comes from the state that I'm in, right? You
yeah,
fix me so I can go back to normal life, I wouldn't be depressed, right?
yeah,
So you're not getting rid of the depression like just by fucking shoving some pills. It wasn't that type of thing. But as soon as like I said, I put the two and two together with the marijuana thing because I used to just use marijuana for fun, right? On the weekends or something like that, do a little drinking, do a little marijuana, on the weekends.
yeah, yeah,
But as soon as when I got ill, I wasn't doing any of that stuff anymore because I couldn't afford it, right? For one thing,
yeah.
and once I clued in that it does help, and then I just started using marijuana. I'm self-medicating basically, right? Because the doctors weren't giving me anything. The doctor's like, I don't believe in narcotics for treating pain, and I'm like, how else do you treat chronic pain? Right? How else do you gotta use some kind of narcotic? And he didn't want to do that, but I guess it worked out good because I could have been one of those opiate guys, right? Oh, here's some opiates, and then I'd be all hooked and fucked up on that shit, right? So I guess it's good in a way that he did it that way, but still today it's the same thing. He doesn't want to give up any drugs, like just to get a couple doses of Valium a month. That's all I could get out of him. I know he doesn't want to do that. But I like the Valium because I don't wake up in the morning all fucking shitty feeling or nothing, right? Like, like sort of you drink booze, you get a hangover, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. So I wake up in the morning feeling okay. Puts me to sleep for 8 hours. 30 milligrams of Valium, and it puts me to sleep for 8 hours, and I actually get a rest, like a undisturbed kind of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times when I'm waking up every hour rolling over, back and forth all night, and never really get rest. And then as we move into winter, it's only going to get worse. I function best in the summertime when I'm sweating my butt off, and then I feel the least amount of pain.
Well, it doesn't matter for me. Year round, she's the same.
Yeah, I tend to get worse in the winter when the cold starts kicking in and stuff.
And I was feeling so fucking happy this morning. Or maybe that was last night. Because I didn't hurt very much. And I could run my hand over this spot here, and it didn't bother me. But fuck, I won't even try to touch it right now.
Yeah, well, I usually suffer from moderate to emergency room pain.
Yeah, yeah.
It just all depends on what I do physically.
Yeah.
Like, take it easy, lay around, don't do anything all day. It's just moderate pain, right? It never goes away.
Well, emergency room pain, I went in fucking vibrating and sweating. And the most they would fucking give me is 30 Tylenol 3s. And I went back in there and told them the next time I seen the doctor about this pain, I said, I took 10 of them at once and they didn't do a fucking thing for me. The nurses all said, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're going to hurt your liver.
Yeah.
Told that to the doctor. He wrote me a prescription for 130 or 150 more.
The all they could do for me is jack me up with some morphine, 100 milligrams of morphine and a needle in the butt.
Well, like I told
And
you,
then as soon as I get that needle in the butt, not even 5 minutes later, I'm good. My pain's gone way down, and I jump right up. Okay, I'm ready to go, and they're all freaking out like I'm gonna fall over, like I'm really wasted or something. Because they're like, "Oh, normal people just get 50 milligrams, and here I got twice as much as a regular person does, right?"
yeah. Well,
Just to calm it down. But then I'm so anxious to get out of there. I've already been there for fucking hours, you know, groaning in pain and shit. And it's finally they give me the shot, and I pop right up and want to go, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, don't, you're gonna fall over." No, it's not getting me high. It's working on the pain, right?
yeah, they won't give me a shot though. All they'll give me is some pills.
Yeah, I've tried so much different medications, but they're not through my doctor though. They're other people's prescriptions and stuff like that. I've tried so many different things, and I don't know, like the morphine pills. If I take 100 milligrams of morphine, it doesn't really let me sleep properly. Like, I get on the edge of sleeping, and then all of a sudden, nope, I jump awake, like I feel like I'm falling out of the bed or something.
Yeah,
And I jumped awake, right? And so it doesn't really let me rest.
yeah.
The morphine pills didn't really work with the pain, but it didn't let me sleep.
Morphine pills were like taking aspirins for me. It had no effect.
No, like I said, the 100 milligrams of morphine pills, it would work for the pain, but it wouldn't allow me to sleep. So that's...
Yeah, but it had the 100 milligrams have no effect on me at all. Don't hurt, don't touch pain, don't help sleep. It's like eating fucking 100, well, as many,
Well, you're similar to me then. It takes quite a bit for me, right? 100 milligrams is lots. And so I've got a tolerance, I guess, right? I got a tolerance against narcotics.
well, I don't think I have a tolerance against narcotics. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah,
But-
it might just be your genetic makeup. You might just have natural tolerance to this.
I used to be able to drink 326s of, tequila or vodka or rye, whatever I want.
Well, there you go. See, you have a natural tolerance to things,
Yeah.
or you built it up over the years doing all that, right?
Yeah. But I don't know how alcohol would bring up a tolerance to drugs.
Oh, I don't know. It's just, it could be that, or you just had a natural tolerance off the get go.
I'm kind of thinking it's probably natural tolerance.
Yeah.
Me and Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne. I still remember him biting that bat head off. And didn't he do a snake too? He bit a snake's head off at one time.
I don't know. I don't know what all he did. I listened to his music, but I didn't really follow too many bands.
Yeah, I didn't need to follow anybody. Everybody else was into music, so I just let them do the music thing. You be the DJ. I don't want to bother.
Well, when I was
buy all the tapes and CDs and all that shit.
when I was done with cassettes, I had 500 store-bought tapes, and I had something like, I don't know, 50 or 60 ones that were taped on. Half hour tapes and just anything put on them.
So you must have had 8 tracks back then too, eh?
Oh, I had 8 tracks back in the day, yeah. You can fix those fuckers. That's one thing you can't fix a disc once it's fucked up. But a cassette or an 8-track, I could fix it.
Yeah, respin it or cut the section out?
Well, what I would do is, I would reel her all out up and down the hallway.
Yeah.
So it's all reeled out nice, and then start winding her up. And if you put her on a turntable, and every once in a while stick a fucking toothpick in there. When you got her all wound up, pull your toothpicks out. And that would stop it from tightening up.
Yeah. I remember some of those cassette tapes were metal.
I've never seen any metal ones, only plastic ones.
Yeah. I remember some of them were metal strips instead of the.
Oh yeah. Not on so much on cassette, but on reel to reel.
Yeah, I remember the cassette tape. Some of the metal. It was like the latest and greatest thing there for a bit.
Yeah.
They're more expensive, of course, like twice the price. But I never, like I said, I never really bought into it all. I just let everybody else do it.
Well, I did a lot of driving by myself, so I don't know. Nice stereo system in all my trucks, and cars.
Yeah, it was mostly just the radio in my vehicle. Unless we went somewhere where there was no radio, then I'd click a tape in or a disc.
Yeah, I got a radio, and I can hook it up to an MP3 player, which I have somewhere around here.
Yeah, I never had such fancy stereos. Like I said, again, I let everybody else do it. I used to hook home speakers. I put home speakers in the back seats and hook those up to the stereo. And drive around, booming around.
Oh, I never did that.
There are 3 people watching. So hello to 3 people watching. And I'm one.
Hey, it's party time on Thursday. Yom Kippur.
A what?
Yom Kippur.
I don't know, what's that?
I think it's some kind of Jewish holiday.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I know a little bit about religion, but
Well, that's... Well,
I know they all religions pretty much have the same message, right?
Yeah.
The love and peace thing or whatever.
Except for the Jews. I hate to say it, but it does say in the Bible that Jews are allowed to own slaves. And if they have a slave and that slave is bad, they can beat him as much as they want. But when they quit beating him, if he dies before 2 days is up, then they're in trouble. But if he dies on the 3rd day, fuck it. Just bury him. It's okay.
Yeah. I don't think it's quite like that anymore, but
Well, no, that's the Bible. That's what it says in the Bible.
yeah. Well, like I said, I wouldn't say fucking I know everything about religion, but the message is what's important, right?
Yeah.
You know. And I get it. It's just a message that our ancestors are trying to send us, and of course we took it all every which way. Whatever suits our purposes. That's what we warped it to be.
Well, there's some like 450 to 480 contradictions. Like the Bible says, turn the other cheek, an eye for an eye.
Yeah, eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Yeah, but 450 contradictions in the Bible. That's good if you.
Well, I know this. Like I said, it's all none of it's perfect, but they all have the general message. I think that's what they're trying to get across to us is the message, not the.
But you don't even know who was writing it. because at one part of I can't remember which part of the Bible, but they think there's something like maybe 15 to 20 authors in on that part of the Bible. I think I could be wrong on the numbers.
Oh, I'm sure they reread a lot of it to fit their narratives at the time.
Well, see, the Bible, like if you go by the first Bible, which would be the real Bible, I guess, because everyone after that is just some guy wants to say, "Hey, I'll rewrite this," like
Yeah,
the King James version, and
the Bibles and all other religions and their texts. It's just a way of life, right? They're trying to explain a way of life, so everybody, and then put the fear of God in them, right? You're going to go to hell if you don't obey these rules, right?
Yeah.
To bring some stability to our societies and stuff, right? Instead of being all chaos all the time.
And churches you would think would be helping the poor, but they do not help anybody but themselves. The churches do.
Yeah, it was heavily like that back in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it still is. The fucking churches still, outside of the Salvation Army, I think they go out and.
I don't know. I don't attend churches or anything like that, so I don't know what the culture's like now.
Well, Salvation Army, they used to go out and supply food to poor people and stuff. I don't know if they still do, but I know they used to.
Yeah, I think they still got programs like that going. They
Yeah.
have a Salvation Army right up here, right close to me, about a block away.
Yeah, we don't have one in town, I don't think. Maybe one guy somewhere around here.
So we got a lot of up in my area of town. There's a lot of low income places, like all those places I was videoing. Those are all walking distance from my house, and I still got a few more to video. The low incomes, which those are the only ones I know about, and there's more that I don't even know about. I'm starting to hear about. Oh, there's one over there, one over there.
I don't know where the low incomes are in town.
Yeah, they just tend to be clustered into this area because I guess the land was a little bit cheaper up this way. Yeah. This is sort of the poor end of town, you could say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. We're outside of the tracks.
Not really that it's poor, but you could. That's how the best way. Yeah, the other side of the tracks. Yeah, exactly. But now that we're all growing up and expanding everywhere, now all of a sudden all these properties are worth millions of dollars, eh?
Yeah.
Like the ones on the main drags up here, there's Rutland Road and Highway 33 that goes through. And along those roads, it's all going really through the roof. And these guys that own these empty lots, they sit empty for like 10 years. And they want their $1 million or whatever it is, right? And they'll sit on it and wait and leave it an empty dirt lot until they get their money, right?
Yeah.
And then unfortunately at this time, all those old houses are getting really old and getting torn down now, and they're becoming empty lots everywhere. It's either burnt out houses, like they were abandoned and burnt out and shit, or they become just an empty lot. I should video that, eh? Go video all the empty lots that are popping up. Like on the corner of 33 and Rutland, like the crossroads, right on the corners, there's 2 empty lots across from each other on the corners. They're empty for over a decade. Just gravel lots. Oh. And it took the one, it was like a Starbucks and Domino's Pizza and some other little restaurant thing that they put in there. And then across the street, and the other lot that was empty for fucking all those years, it's a bank. So they're waiting for the big money to come in, right?
Yeah.
They're only going to sell if they get their big money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just stay dirt lots and makes the neighborhood look shitty, right? But now we're doing the beautification thing, where they redid the park over here. Like the park was a shithole for years and years, and now they're revamped it all, tore it all up and revamped it all. and putting in fucking nice street lamps and stuff like that in certain areas to make it look better there, you know.
Yeah.
The beautification process or whatever to attract new people to come in and say, "Oh, this is a nice neighborhood," right?
Yeah, they got that shit going on in town too.
Yeah, but little do they know, right?
Yeah.
And we had a famous street. It was called Hine Road. That was our little badass street where all the druggies and stuff were at one time. But they're doing their renoviction thing. They evict the people and do some renos up the rent. And
Well, a few years ago, I lived on the drug street, but it seems to have cleared up.
yeah, that's what they did with our Hine Road. They did the renoviction. They renovated the place, evicted everybody, renovated the places, and upped the rent so it wouldn't attract those type of people anymore. But you still have some slummy places on that street, so it hasn't totally disappeared.
Well, that's what this is. This is, I'm living in a trailer in 1976, and that's all that's up and down this street. Nothing's really new.
See, all our trailer parks are being sold off now.
I'm not in a park.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm one step up from trailer trash.
so you're on your own property, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, here we used to have trailer parks here and there, but they're all, like I said, they're all getting old now. The owners are getting old. They're all beginning to sell off. Like the last one was down right on the beach, like right downtown on the lakeshore, like right on the beach or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a trailer park there, and some people have been living there like fucking 35, 40 years. They've been living in there, but the owner decided to sell. Now they got to go, right? And they're like, we can't go. You know, we're all pensioned up. You know, we can't go. You know, we can't do anything. So they got forced out of their trailers.
Yeah.
Because all the trailers are old and run down and stuff like that, and the owner sold the park, and they just don't want that kind of stuff downtown for everybody to see, right? They want it all brand new and shiny.
Yeah.
You don't want some rundown trailer park right on the beachfront, right? Right beside and it was right beside a beach park.
Well, the trailer park in town, it has lost a lot of trailers in the last 15 years or so. It's only about half volume for trailers. It's got a lot of empty lots now.
Yeah. Well, we still got trailer parks, but they're not downtown. They're all up in the hills and around, right? They're out of the way areas.
Yeah.
But all the downtown stuff, it's like I said, all the old housings all getting ripped down. They had old barrack housing downtown from old army base.
Yeah.
1940s, 42 or something like that. All these little barrack houses. And they're cheap to rent because they're old and junky, right? Sawdust for insulation and all that kind of crap. So they're cheap to rent. They tore them all down and they're building high-rise condos down there now. They're like fucking, I don't know, 15 stories high and 3 giant fucking buildings down there now, right beside Knox Mountain. So all those people are displaced, and of course they can't afford to move into those condos. They don't got a down payment or nothing like that. And then the first building they put the condos up for sale. I don't know, it was like 103 suites or something like that. The first day they're all sold out.
I was just thinking when I first come to this town, the trailers, and it was buy your own lot, were I think 6 blocks east of me. Or I mean west of me, towards town. They were only 3 or 4 blocks from town, and then something happened. They got all the trailers out of there, and they built the fucking old folks home. Big high rise. Well, not. I'd say a big high rise. It's 2 or maybe even up to 3 stories high. No, it's only 2 stories high.
Yeah, like apartments, pretty basically like apartments, right?
Yeah.
Just it's designated for old folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of those here too, subsidized apartments now.
Yeah, either old or handicapped.
Yeah, impossible to get in though. 10-year waiting list.
I don't think it's that long here.
Oh yeah, it is here though. 10 years, every fucking one. You can go apply for them all. 10-year waiting list.
Huh.
So there's no chance of me getting in, right? So I was like, fuck it, I'll just find a room to rent. And for the first 10 years, I guess I was going to place to place to place, renting rooms everywhere. It's either the people wouldn't pay their rent and then you have to move, or the fucking people are just a bunch of thieves stealing all your shit and you have to move, or they just don't want you to be there that long, a couple years, time for you to go, renting a room, until I wound up here. And then I told them the deal and all that, and they're okay with that, and they said they weren't going to raise my rent on me or anything because they knew I was on a fixed income, and I was like, cool. Not like there wasn't any hiccups. There's a couple hiccups here and there, but nothing major, right? Nothing we couldn't work out.
Yeah.
And it's like maintenance, any kind of maintenance that goes on in this place, we usually do together, right? Because he lives upstairs and I live down, right?
Right.
So if something needs to be fixed or whatever, we usually do it together, right? Go out and get the thing, and like he knows how to do all that stuff, but he doesn't know the new rules about everything. I guess the new standards of things, right?
Yeah, the new codes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't. I know more about that than he does, so that's why he likes to bring me along, and and then we just fix things together. It's nothing major usually, or I'll just fix it myself. I just tell him, I got these parts. I'm going to replace, like, say, the light sockets for the light bulbs, right? They're getting old and fucked up, so I got a couple given to me through a friend, porcelain ones instead of the plastic ones. And it's like, hey, I'll just tell him I'm going to replace these. Yeah, no problem. He doesn't care, as long as I don't burn down the house or anything, right?
Yeah.
He's competent at what he's doing, and same with me. I can do that stuff too, right? Same with like car repairs. I never took my vehicle to a mechanic. I always did my repairs myself, and that's how I learned. So every time I'd get a new car, I'd rip off all the tires, check all the brakes, and do all that myself, right? Change the oil and whatever, replacing alternators and water pumps, basic stuff. I wouldn't be rebuilding motors or anything, but just the basic shit, basic maintenance.
When I was young and working the rigs, that's pretty how much all it went. Well, the first truck I bought, it was a 76 Reg Hab, and it went like hell. But I hit a fucking stop sign, and it creased just behind the cab. So I went and bought a fucking Ford. I think it was a 78 Ford. Just wasn't as good. Couldn't go as fast. Didn't have the hull. And kind of was disintegrating. I traded it in. I had both bumpers in the box. Rag fucking stuffed in the power steering. And it was only 18 months old. I had four dents in the roof on the inside.
Yeah, I got some younger friends that don't even know how to work on a car. They'd have to bring it to a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know how, and they always come to me and ask me to do it, and I'm like, fuck that.
I've changed my own brakes and oil, spark plugs, and
yeah, I did all that myself too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have younger friends that have no clue. They know where the gas goes.
Yeah.
They know how to check the oil and put oil in, but that's about it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They have no fucking clue, right? And then they won't do the work themselves. They'll take it to the mechanic, and the prices that I'm hearing, it's like, oh yeah, I had to take my truck to mechanic, $2,000. I'm like, what? Fuck me.
Well, it cost $80 or $90 just to plug it into that fucking machine to find out what's wrong.
Yeah, the diagnostic machine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just like I said, it just kind of surprises me with how things have changed, right?
Yeah.
They just pay other people to do it now. That's all they do now.
Yeah.
Some people I know, they do their own work on their houses, but half of them fucking pay somebody to do it. It's like they don't even know how to paint a wall or change a fucking light socket or change a fucking wall socket, or they have to get somebody in to do it.
Well, they would never show them anything when they were young. Like my dad showed me how to do fucking everything, I went out when I was 11, 12, no, between 12 and 14. We were logging with horses, and I was driving tractor.
Yeah.
On a farm. Actually working 8 hours a day driving tractor, sitting on the tractor for 8 hours a day with my dad.
I don't know. Nobody really showed me how to do this stuff. It just seemed really easy, right?
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward and easy. Like you fucking change a light socket, you unscrew a couple of screws to get the wires off, and make sure the breaker's off so you don't get electrocuted, and slap it back in, right? And same with the car. It's nuts and bolts. It's pretty simple, like stuff to do. Change an alternator, take the alternator off, bring it in, fucking say I want a new one of these, and give them the core, and take the new one home and plug it, put it back on. Like it wasn't difficult.
Well, if I was flush, I would have somebody do it. But if I wasn't flush, I could do it myself. Like I changed fucking a water pump right in the fucking parking lot of Canadian Tire.
I pulled a radiator at Pick Apart. I changed out a radiator. I went into Pick Apart and found one, pulled it, and I paid for it. Went out to the parking lot, changed it. There was no antifreeze in it because it was already leaking, so it was just straight water. But I changed it right in the parking lot, and then I brought the fucking old rat in for the core charge. Right in the parking lot, I changed it, filled it up full of water, drove it home, filled it with antifreeze later on when I needed it. Shit like that. I remember I had this old Dodge Power Wagon, and it had drum brakes all the way around. Oh fuck! It was hard to find a new drum. I needed one drum. I needed, and it was so difficult because the drum I had no more turns on it. It was done for its turns, and it wasn't grabbing like the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
Because the other ones they had 2 turns left on them each, and this other one had none. So I was always trying to find this one fucking brake drum forever, man. It was like I had that truck for about 6 years, and it took me 3 years to find that one drum with 2 turns left on it. It's so old, 74 or something like that. The Power Wagon. So it was a Power Wagon, 1974 Power Wagon, and I put a 1982 body on it. And I dropped the 82 motor in there and transmission too, and it just all bolted up. So the frame and running gear was all 1974. It's all pretty much cross compatible, mostly, except for the power steering box and stuff was a little different. But I fabbed something up for that. You weren't supposed to, but I did anyway. Couldn't tell. It passed inspection.
Yeah.
The inspector looked at it and he walked around and he says, "You do your work on your own truck, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, good job." And then I passed. He didn't even start it or nothing. He just walked around, looked at it. And he comes up to me and says, "You do your work on your own truck, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, good job," he says, and then passes me. When I went for inspection after I changed everything over. But he didn't even notice the fabricated piece that I made for the steering column. I had, instead of the 1 rag joint, I had 2 rag joints. Oh, it was solid. It wasn't my piece that I made wasn't gonna come apart.
Yeah.
I made it so clean looking, and I painted it and everything, and made it look like it was supposed to be there. Like I said, you didn't really have to look and say, huh, what's going on here? Why is there 2 rag joints? But yeah, like I said, it passed inspection, so it's like good enough. That was a beast. It was a 3/4 ton, 3/4 ton power wagon. That was a monster.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I beat the shit out of it so bad. There wasn't a fucking single body fucking panel that didn't have dents and scratches all over in it. Yeah, I beat the fucking crap out of that thing, and it just kept going. It was a tank.
Well, I had a 62 Dodge. I can't remember. Maybe it was a 100. Fuck, I can't remember. It's a long time ago. 225 size 6-cylinder. And the old going through mud, everybody else quit except for me and one other guy. Mine was only 2-wheel drive. He was 4-wheel drive Chev.
Well, mine was 4-wheel drive.
Mine conked out.
I had to get out to lock the hubs, though.
Yeah. But that's how good the Dodge was. It was as good as Chev with 4-wheel drive. Dodge with 2-wheel drive, the 225 size 6.
Yeah, and then kind of sucks because when I got sick, I needed money, so I ended up selling it for like fucking nothing, $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fucking first 3 months just blowed because I had no money. I had to sell everything I owned just to live for 3 months.
Yeah, it sucks.
And I had to go quick too. I needed the money now. So I was like, I'm sure I could have got more for that truck. But $1,000 was $1,000, right? I needed it now.
Yeah.
And then the truck got sold to a friend of mine, gave me $1,000. He turned around, sold it for $1,500 to somebody else, and he was an alcoholic and smashed it all up. Yeah. And then the guy that I sold it to, he even praised me when I first brought it to him. He's like looking at it, he's like, holy shit, you did that? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, he didn't even think that I was capable. And I'm like, what do you fucking think I am, man? Like, I said, it's just a body swap, like, huh? And it's like, wow, you did a good job. Like, holy fuck. Just like that fucking inspector guy said. Because when I had the frame all bare, I took the grinder wheel to it or a wire brush wheel to it, the angle grinder. Yeah. Took all the rust and stuff off and cleaned it all up and got all the dirt and gravel out of it and everything that was sitting there bare. Painted it all, slopped on the fucking trim clad, the black trim clad all over it, slopped it on with the brush. And then once I slapped the body and everything back on it, it looked great. I did the axles and everything. Everything was black. It's a rust color, right?
Yeah.
Black after that. Well, I didn't do the drive shaft or the transmission or motor like that. I just did the front and rear axles and the frame, basically. But I knocked all the rust off at first with the wire wheel. And yeah, it wasn't like perfect, but you step back and look at it, it looks perfect, right?
Yeah.
You walk up to it, you start realizing all the little defects, but most people wouldn't even notice, right? But for me, I noticed everything that's wrong with everything. One of my friends uses me for that talent. He rentals a house, and he asked me to come in to see if there's anything fucked up that he missed. Yeah, and I go in there, and I'm like pointing out, oh, it's a little mess there, there's a chip there, there's a fuck up there, and he's like, what the fuck? How do you see that, man? He swore he went up and down the place, and everything was fine, right?
Yeah.
He brings me in there, and I can see every little thing that's wrong almost instantly, right? That's not straight, or that's fucking crooked, and that's a chip there, that's not painted right, or you missed a spot, right? And then he's like, "Holy fuck! How'd you see that?" Right? Almost instant when I walk in, I could see the fuck ups. I could see all the imperfections and everything. I just don't let it drive me crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Well, because I know nothing's perfect, right? Nothing's perfect. And some people, it'll drive them crazy, right? They'll have to fucking fix it and make it perfect, right?
yeah.
But I'll be this good enough, right? I know it's fucked up, and no normal person's gonna see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just got an eye for that, right?
Hey.
I can tell when things are not straight or something messed up. Oh, 2 minutes.
Yeah, I guess it should go over there. Well, thank you for coming up.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh,
It's doing me just as much good as it's doing you.
yeah, yeah. Well, catch you on Mike.
Okay. See you over there, and then I guess whoever's on chat or whatever watching, see you all later.